Hello, everyone. Here we are, just in time. I'll do the hellos in a second. Let me first of all say hello to SimCaesar.
Hello.
Hello. Hello. Yeah, if sounds are too quiet, too loud, as always, let me know, please, and we can adjust them. And Hayden, hello as well. Yeah, so shared cockpit, shared flight. So it's been a couple of weeks again because I was quite into it, and then I promised a lot of people that we're going to do shared flights. But then, of course, my retirement came up quicker than expected, and then I've been kind of on a hold. But in general, I still want to do and continue on shared flight because it is a lot of fun, and so we'll continue. Oh, are you running your sim over speakers by any chance? Or
am I running?
or is that actually in the game now?
No. Yeah, that's probably you wouldn't be able to hear my sim. I'm got headphones on.
Yeah,
and,
no worries. No, it's no, it's external. I was just an external viewer, so they had the ground power. Cool. Yeah, so if you don't know SimCaesar, he's also streaming on Twitch. Check his channel out, please. He's got two channels. So you've got the SimCaesar channel and the Jump Seat channel, correct?
The Jump Seat, yeah. The Jump Seat's only once a week on Monday nights at 6 o'clock Pacific time, but we do shared cockpit with shared flight.
Yep.
And
that regularly.
It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, regularly you do that with friends. And today, though, you make an exception. So you're not streaming Jump Seat today. You were saying.
No, I am streaming Jump Seat today, but it doesn't start till 6 o'clock Pacific time. So,
okay. So we're going to do another flight afterwards.
We'll be done long before that.
Roger that.
Yeah.
Okay, so guys, later on, Jump Seat or the Jump Seat, I think it's called, the channel.
Yeah, the Jump Seat. Twitch.tv/the Jump Seat.
Yeah, make sure check out the channel. Right, so we are choosing. We've chosen the Zibo mod. And SimCaesar will be pilot flying.
Twitch channel subscriber
I'll be pilot.
Chaos.
As always, trying to do my best not to mess up as pilot monitoring. Dennis, thank you so much. Dennis, thank you for 40 months. Good evening. How are you doing? And I've got
Black Box 711. Good evening, smile.
Good evening. And yeah, I got the alerts working again. God, that was a nightmare yesterday. It's always when I mess around with NVIDIA sound stuff, it messes up all the settings really, really bad. A bit of echo on stream sounds. Is anybody else hearing it? Anything else? I'm not sure why there should be echoes. The Twitch alert, or which is what was echoing? Ah, it's the okay. Then, oh yeah, okay, then I know what's happening. Okay, let me check, hold on. Just, let me see if that works. Let me see. I'm going to try again with the alert and let me know if you hear it echo or not.
Twitch channel subscriber experience. Could new subscribers please make your way to the first class cabin? Where complimentary drinks,
that's better.
Gone.
Thank you very much, guys. I appreciate the feedback as always. Hey, Peter. So hello, everyone.
Black Box 711. Good evening, smile.
Good evening, and I hope you're all doing well. Right, we are flying the Zibo mod, and we've done a flight in the 737 before, but that was a long time ago, Caesar, correct?
No, I think the last time that we did it was in the Zibo. No, maybe the time before last.
Yeah, because I think last time we took the TOLIS.
Yeah, that's correct.
And then you were pilot monitoring. So this time we're going to switch it around again.
Yeah.
Excellent. Airbus 5, hello. Cool. Do you have any questions up front? Anything?
The sim brief that you gave me, that's in kilograms, isn't it?
Yeah. Is that a problem?
Okay. No. I can do math like that in my head, no problem.
Isn't it like
let's see,
like 2 to 1 or something? I don't know. I've pounds. I'm terrible with pounds. Same as gallons. I would have to estimate. Hey, Mark, how are you doing? Yeah, I mean, we've done a sim brief calculation, so we can rest assured that it's going to be enough fuel. So But it is a bit weird. Yeah, I agree. All right. As always, while Caesar is having a look at the flight plan, I'll have a look at it as well with you guys in a minute. Let me power up the aircraft first of all to see if these things are working. Make sure it's synchronizing. So here's the ground power on.
I hear it. And so we've had a problem with the nav switches. Okay. It's like the pilot monitoring can't put them in nav. Why don't you give it a try and see if you can get the...
Yeah, you're right. You're right. It's
okay. So
yeah.
The fix for this is I need to put them into nav, okay. And then you can put them into nav. Okay. They don't. So they're some version of Zebo broke the logic there. So that's a little workaround, but cool. it works.
Excellent. So excellent. Good that you know. Okay, that's perfect. Incubus, hello.
Yeah.
Yeah, normally all aircraft that are being sold to the US, they all have pounds. Just have to realize that everyone working in the US is, you know, accustomed to pounds and Fahrenheit and so on. So it would be a real kind of safety aspect if, like, let's say Airbus would sell aircraft in the US only with kilograms and degrees centigrade. That would be asking for trouble, I think. Hey, Vogan. Yeah, so Peter, SimCaesar, he's also streaming on Twitch. We've had him on many times. He's been a dear friend for many years, so he should not be new. Do you use WinWing? In general, yes. Yeah, so I have... oh yeah, and I have to say that when I got up this morning, even before I made my first cup of coffee, I did order that WinWing gear panel from Airbus and also the ECAM control panel. I couldn't resist. I had to get it. Oh, it's terrible. Yeah, I had to, Avimar, because same thing, right? Thomas, you did the same. Okay. The thing is that... yeah, if you don't order over global, then it says more than 45 days waiting time. And honestly, I think it's going to be more than that. And then we talk about potentially receiving it past Christmas. Yeah, I'm going to have a full cockpit setup before we know it. Probably. Nice. All right. Caesar, how are you getting on with the flight plan? Is it okay or...
I'm trying to calculate I'm trying to read the sim brief and figure out how much fuel I'm supposed to put in.
Okay, let me see.
And
let's see if you can find a translation there. So, so for me,
it's not my fault, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah. The entire sim brief is in German, so I
sorry. So let's see. So we want to have 6,100 kilograms block fuel. That's 13,500 pounds.
Okay, 13,500. All right, got it.
But you don't need that in gallons, do you?
No.
Okay, that's good.
Okay, 13.
Yeah. Inbound, the engines stop doing mid-flight somewhere. Because we've miscalculated pounds and kilograms. Wouldn't be the first time this happens. Yeah, Quotenwagen. I had a talk with Peter here today about how these peripherals are getting, or the hardwares are getting a lot cheaper now, right? A lot more affordable. Oh, we're just seeing, you know what? Actually, I'm okay with that. So we've got pounds here on the display, so I'm okay with that. That's fine. I don't worry about that. Yeah, it has got more affordable, and I think that's the reason why I'm getting, yeah, so much peripherals now. Because I mean, I do have kind of a limit when it comes to these hardware prices, right? So if anything goes more than, like, let's say an MCDU for more than 300 euros, I'm like, nah, you know, it's not really. I don't use it that much, maybe, you know. The same, for example, the 737 FCU. that I bought, if that had been like, twice as expensive, I wouldn't have bought it. So I do have my limits as well. Hey, Rusty Moonshine. No retiring that soon, no. Again, it's one of those, I don't know, it's strange to describe. I've said it many times, I'm so fascinated by how flight simming is developing, and then on top of that you have the hardware components that are coming out. I find it truly fascinating and spectacular, and up to this point, I mean, it's only been like 3 weeks since the last time I've flown IRL, but I don't miss flying. I've got flying here, so I am happy. Quotenmark, I have not seen it, but I think, I tell you what, I'll give you my review, because I'm not sponsored by them, right? So I've bought it with my own money, and I would say already with the thrust lever component, so the throttle quadrant and the flaps and spoiler lever. There also, I had to do a little bit of a workaround with the, trying to mount it to my Monster Tech kind of setup, and I'm not happy with it just yet. So yeah, I agree. It's going to be for some people trying to mount it. You can't really mount it on the desk, can you? I mean, because if you're starting with throttle quadrant and all the other items, MCDU, you've got to have a really big desk to put everything on there. So then I saw XP72's review, and he's already built a very nice do-it-yourself kind of pedestal. So I think so if anybody is is kind of able to do that, fine. Hey Scotty, nice to see you. Scotty, well I've been up for a couple of hours, so I'm awake. Can't speak for Caesar on it. I think.
Is Scotty making comments?
No, not really. No. Just something about not quite awake yet.
I'm awake. I'm furiously trying to set the payload and all this other stuff here. I'm working in the background while Black Box is doing the frontline streaming stuff.
Yeah. So I'm I'll tell you what, guys. I'm going to fill you in on the details here regarding flight plan and routing and so on. Let me get my Navigraph.
While you do that, I'll be back in 1 second.
Sure.
I'm just going to go grab something.
Absolutely. And Tyrogoth, hello to you. Rusty Moonshine, Scotty's wondering if SimCaesar is using Trek Hour. We're going to have to ask him when he's back. So yeah, initially, guys, I said we're going to fly from Albuquerque to Scottsdale. The thing is that SimCaesar wants to fly an interesting RNF approach there today. So he's going to tell us in a minute what exactly that approach is, and the Sunset 8 arrival. So in case Scottsdale, you guys, I mean, the friends in the US, they will know where Scottsdale is, but I mean, the ones that are here in Europe, do you guys know?
Welcome aboard the Captain Black Box Twitch channel.
So you got Phoenix Harbor, Sky Harbor International Airport.
Please make your way to the first class cabin.
And Stickfigure, hello to you. Thank you much. It's 14 months. Stick, I hope you're doing good.
Thank you.
Howdy. Conti, hey.
Guys, for the friends in the US, I'm seeing, I mean, you never know, Instagram, etc., right? They're reporting a lot of silly stuff there. But how, have you, like from the news, because I'm not getting many news broadcasts here in Germany, but how's the aviation sector doing right now? Because I'm seeing like captains making announcements, kind of apologizing for the big delays. I'm seeing, I think today I saw a reel from, it was Dallas, I think, with like 30 aircraft lined up waiting on the taxiway. So I'm just wondering if that's the case. And Organ, hello to you. How are you doing? let's see. Yeah, sorry for the route command. I need to check that really quickly. Yeah, because it's a very short route. It's literally just 2 waypoints. And as you can see on the overlay, we are on PilotEdge today. So let me have a look quickly. That's there. All right. So let me just finish the overlay stuff. Okay, that's that. And then for the routing, so I can show you the routing here, guys. Let's go flights, view SimBrief. So it's just a departure out of El Paso, and then it's Sierra Sierra Oscar, and then the Sunset 8 arrival. So that's why I didn't really bother with the routing. But if you like, I can change that. Right, so Rusty Moonshine says, yeah, because the scenery. So I asked, not scenery, but the routing. SimCaesar can explain in a second when he's back.
What shall I explain?
Yeah, somebody's asking why we cancelled Albuquerque and instead of flying from El Paso.
Oh, because there's a... So I wanted to go to Scottsdale for a couple of reasons. It just a week ago, it's now piloted or towered on PilotEdge. So it's a new airport, you know. It's a cool airport in a nice little tucked away spot there, and it has a fantastic RNP approach, which basically takes you in a big 270 around the airport and brings you in, and it's very cool. I love RNP approaches, but because I generally fly, you know, GA planes, I never get to do them. So I thought, hey, here's a chance. Let's do this, and I'm sure Black Box will love this approach. It's fantastic. So
sounds excellent. Is that the the RP21 approach, or?
Yes.
Yeah.
But coming in from Albuquerque, that took us north of the airport, and we'd miss half of the approach. It'd still be good because you got the last kind of sharp little turn in there, so that'd still be fine. But if we come in from the south, we get to come in over Phoenix. Yeah, that's kind of cool, and then join and do the the full approach from there. So I thought, hey, let's come in from the south and enjoy the approach that way.
Okay, Rusty got it. Yeah, so I was asking while you were away. I was asking chat here. So the American friends, what their experience or had news coming over in the US regarding delays because of the shut or the lockdown. Because I'm seeing like Instagram reels where you see lots of aircraft lined up. Today I saw one reel from Dallas, like 30 aircraft lined up on the taxiway, waiting for departure.
So yeah, about 2 weeks ago, I went and took a little vacation, and coming home, there were a dozen airplanes in line in front of us. In fact, it was kind of interesting because the pilot did a single engine taxi until we were like number 6 for takeoff. And then I hear him starting the engine, and I didn't realize he had done a single engine taxi until I heard the second engine starting, and I thought, oh, okay, well.
What aircraft type was that?
737-800, not the MAX, but the previous generation. So
nice. Oh, before I forget, for PilotEdge, so what do I have to put in? Course.
So you put in the the flight number, SWA 1422, and then the @ symbol.
Yeah, that was it. Right.
Yeah. And that puts you in as the observer.
Yeah. Alrighty, then we'll do that. I'll connect so that I don't forget. And you are connected, correct?
Affirmative.
Okay. Hold on. how to type.
Connected to PilotEdge.
Connected, fantastic. For the SID, out of El Paso, Sierra Oscar. Let's have a look. We'll see. We'll see that. Clear that up in a minute. So let's see. Cadet 4. Hey, nice. So Cadet for 320, you start your A320 typewriting in a month. What do you suggest? Enjoy it. So first of all, congratulations to get to this point. I always say that once you reach the point where you're then going to do the typewriting, you've done the hard part, all right? So now comes the time where it's going to be a lot more fun, and regarding typewriting, I mean, you know, the training you'll go through will make sure that you get you get taught everything you need to know. Obviously, you're gonna have to study, right? I mean, you know, but the thing is that I felt at least when it doesn't matter what typewriting I was doing, I always felt extremely motivated because I was just so excited getting the chance to fly a fantastic aircraft. Regarding, you know, system knowledge, that sort of stuff. So there's going to be, you know, I think 2 major parts. The one is the systems, getting to understand the systems, especially autoflight and the MCDU. The second part is going to be the standard operating procedures, right? So these are 2 big chunks that take up a lot of you know, effort on time to learn, but yeah, again, enjoy it, right? Like I said, you've done the hard part. Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, like I said, you know, I'm sure you're going to do very well, and yeah, also try to enjoy it. It's a fantastic time, and then once you've achieved, you know, you get your type rating, then of course it doesn't stop there, right? You go into line training. And that's why I think not many people kind of can relate how it's a very tiring process. It's like, you know, 2.5 years of constant learning, constant pressure, constant, you know, being graded, etc. So it's a tough time, but well worth it in the end, of course. Absolutely. Right. So Caesar, how are you doing?
Yes, I'm good.
Good.
Do you want to grab the ATIS and
absolutely
we'll proceed?
Roger that. So, one more thing though. Let me just quickly have a look at the flight plan so that we are both on the same page. So we're using live weather, obviously.
Yeah, I have live weather turned on.
Yeah, so I should be syncing that. And so El Paso here, variable 3 knots, 10 miles, clear skies, 13 degrees Celsius, 3051. Golly, that is high pressure.
I have a 3049 on the PilotEdge ATIS.
Yeah, I'll check that in a minute. But in general,
and wind calm.
Yeah. All right then. But in general, yeah, good weather here. Beautiful. Scottsdale. Oh yeah, I'm saying that Scottsdale. For those that don't know, it's northern part of Phoenix. And actually, I've got an interesting story to tell in Scottsdale because. I wouldn't say we had a very close encounter with terrain there at night, but we had some kind of low flyby unintentionally with a little peak there, and I'll tell you later what it was. Yeah, it's what happens when you fly there, and the instructor is fairly new, and yeah, we kind of get arguing and stuck with you know, teaching, and then I was sitting in the back just watching outside, and yeah, interesting view that I got there at some point.
So now that you're retired, all the real dirt can come out. We'll hear all of the close calls and the
yeah, I mean, I was saying that, yeah, and yeah, definitely I'm now a little bit more freer to talk about stuff. of course,
Yeah. Oh, great.
There's always, I mean, there's always limitations still. You know, I can't go into all the details, but I mean, yeah, I can now tell a bit more. Right, so Scottsdale, 220 at 3 or whatever, slight winds as well, 10 miles, clear sky, 24 degrees, not too hot, and forecast is good as well. So the alternate is Prescott, for whatever reason, but yeah. Okay, so let me get the chart out, and then we can dial in the frequency for the ATIS. I know we have a written ATIS if you wanted to, but it's always more fun to put that on your set here.
Yeah, I took a peek at it so I could have some idea of the runway they're using and and the altimeter setting.
But I think it's interesting for the viewers to kind of get the ATIS.
Oh, me too.
1751 Zulu.
Jesus Christ! Yeah.
That's my
Sky conditions clear.
Temperature 15. Dew point -7.
For some reason, it's coming over my TV screen speakers. Although it shouldn't really, but right, that's going to be in PilotEdge, right? Preferences and then audio, input devices and output.
Were you ever flying and you accidentally funneled the ATIS back into the cabin?
No, honestly, that's not really possible. I was trying to think how you could do that. Hey, you can still hear it? What do you mean, Avimar? Oh, because of the loudspeakers, yeah, because of the microphone. Now, for some reason, though, now it's not...
I heard it. Yeah. Well, oh, but okay.
Hang on.
That makes no difference.
Oh, there we go. Let me try that.
Our departures, contact clearance, delivery.
Now I've got it
Advise
here.
on course heading, altitude, and if flight following is requested. Read back all runway assignments and hold short instructions. Advise on initial contact. You have information November. El Paso International Airport. ATIS information November. 1751 Zulu. Windcom. Visibility 10. Sky condition clear. Temperature 15. Dew point -7. Altimeter 3049er.
Yeah.
Arriving and departing runways 26 right, 26 left, 22. Visual approaches in use. RNP approaches available upon pilot request. VFR departures, contact clearance, delivery. Advise on course heading, altitude, and if flight following is requested. Read back all runway assignments and hold short instructions. Advise on initial contact. You have information November.
Thank you so much, Caesar, for the gifted sub to Sunjammer. Thank you very, very much. Who's Sunjammer?
Sunjammer, he's our friend from England, and he's a frequent visitor to my stream.
Nice.
And I've been, promoting today and telling everybody, hey, I'll be on Black Box's channel.
Nice, wonderful. Thank you. So Sunjammer, welcome to the channel. Hope you're doing well.
So I appreciate him coming by.
Thank you much. And KELP, also hello to you. Yeah, so 3049, as I said, and so Caesar, what runway are you expecting for departure?
I would expect runway 26 left.
Okay.
Based on past experience.
Okay. So expecting Lima and then full length 26 left, 2,700 meters approximately available. All right. So as always, I'll do the overhead panel, and then you can start programming the FMS.
Okay. I kind of like to get the ATIS first before.
Oh, you didn't hear that?
I do the FMS, so or not the ATIS, but the clearance.
Oh, okay.
So
all right, then let me get the chat. I can get the clearance for you if you like.
And we can do the pre-flight checklist as well when you're ready.
Oh no, so we've got to do all the preparations first, and then. Because have you programmed? No, you haven't programmed the. Now you're doing it. Okay. Yeah. Hey, hello to Avenger. No, Avenger. Avenger. I think so.
That's the German pronunciation.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I heard you had some funny German pronunciation practice yesterday, so maybe we can we can go to depth today.
There was nothing funny about it. I've lost 2/3 of my German friends now.
Okay. It sounded funny though when I joined.
Thank God you're still hanging in there.
All right, so El Paso clearance is 1250. Now let me see if my push
26.1.
If my push to talk button is. Now that's going to be on here, all right? Settings. Hold on. So let me go.
Since you're having audio problems, if you want to test the your mic and
yeah, I need to.
And the radio, we could do that quickly.
Yeah, no, that's fine. It should be.
So
it's let me see if it's PilotEdge, if it has a certain, or if it's just a normal ATC transmit button. It's just contact ATC, right? Push to talk. That's all it needs, I think.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, the trick is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on both radios, and then see if you hear yourself.
Then we'll try that.
If you want to do that,
Yep.
if you feel confident, then
No, we'll try it. Silent Hunter, hello to you. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on 1, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on 2. It's hard to see here. Sun is shining. 3, 4, 5. So I'm going to listen in on VHF2. Test, test.
Test, test.
Yeah, that's working. Fantastic. All right. So, hey, yes, Alan, it's a long time to see you. Right. Yeah, absolutely. Then the question was, so what from your past experience? I don't think I've ever departed out of El Paso. So what would be your experience regarding the departure routing?
So the routes that I found didn't have a departure, so I don't know if they will assign us one. They put the airport pair into
ladies and gentlemen,
their computer, and then it comes back with a route.
Mm.
So their route is not always the same as the route that you can get, or that a real world. It's sometimes different.
Okay. So I'll
I mean, there's terrain to the south and to the west, and it's been a while since I've flown out of El Paso, but I assume we'd get some kind of routing that would help take us out of that area. So
okay. All right, then we'll see what he gives us.
173
turn to the north at some point.
Oakland Center, air contact 4 miles north, Skaggs Island, VOR.
Slady Bar, thank you very much for gifting us up to Monster. Slady, thank you so much. Hope you're doing well. All right, let's see. So pen, paper ready.
Number 3 Romeo Charlie, say your request unable.
Oh, it's Marcus, I think, right? Oh no.
That is Marcus, yeah. We're in good hands.
Oh,
but
he's so strict.
If I make a mistake,
Number 3 Romeo Charlie, you want to hold that?
He's not going to let me get away with it. So.
What is the plan? You want to hold that published?
The second he hears my voice, pilot deviation. Just initial call. Pilot deviation. I've got a number for you to call. Oh.
For 3 Romeo Charlie, hold the folks as published and expect further clearance 1900 Zulu, time now 1840.
So let's see, climb, squawk for the routing. All right, we're set. Just wait until the other guy gets a chance to read back.
Number 5 Kilo Sierra, contact Denver
I'm
Center
surprised PilotEdge is a little bit busy this morning.
118.5, 5 Kilo Sierra.
1857.
Uh-oh.
118.5.
He's already like,
Kilo Sierra.
listen up. El Paso clearance. Good day to you from Southwest 1422 information November requesting clearance, please.
That was 1422 El Paso clearance, standby.
All right. Here we go. Yeah, shared flight, Silent Hunter. Yeah, exactly. Thank you, Mark. Thanks for the link. Yeah, exactly.
Number 365 Kilo Sierra, Denver Center, Roger. Do you have the weather?
I'm not very proficient with non-standard clearances, but we'll see how it goes. See how fast I can write this down.
What happened?
Over 365 Kilo Sierra, roger at the Pueblo
don't
VOR,
have,
cleared
ground
VOR,
power anymore.
runway 26 left approach.
Really? I haven't touched it. Let me check that. Oops. Let's see here.
As I was saying, they got to get a.
Oh, I don't know.
Southwest 1422 El Paso clearance, clear to Scottsdale Airport, Atkin 5 departure. Logs, transition. Direct San Simon VOR, then is filed. Climb via SID, accept, maintain 17,000, expect flight level 340 within 10 minutes. Departure 119.15, squawk 5477.
Southwest 1422, clear to Scottsdale Airport via the Atkin 5 departure, logs transition, and then direct Sierra Oscar, then is filed. Climb via SID, accept, maintain 17,000, expect 340 10 minutes after, and frequency 119.15, squawk 5477.
That was 1422, just for verification on the Atkin 5 departure, flogs, transition, Foxtrot Lima, Oscar Golf Sierra. Rest of your back is correct.
Okay, Atkins 5, then the flogs, Foxtrot Lima, Oscar Golf Sierra transition, copy it, Southwest 1422. All right. Yeah, so
Denver approach.
shall we start the APU just to make sure it doesn't
4620 Papa.
drop?
Yeah, is it possible to go direct Akron?
Yeah, do you want to run through the pre-flight checklist really?
No, so what we do is, so the pre-flight checklist normally is only
Okay.
read once everything's finished for the preparations. So you can program the FMS and then let me know when you finished the programming, please.
Okay. I got my order a little mixed up.
Yeah, no worries, no worries. That's why we're here for practicing.
Let me see here.
I just had a jingle for, was that a donation? Bits donation or something? It's not showing up on my...
Oh, Scotty.
It's not showing up on my... It's not showing up on my...
Oh, Scotty.
Oh, there
Scotty
we go.
donated
Yeah, here we go.
100 bits.
It's weird. It doesn't show up on the left screen, but on the chat there. Scotty, thank you much. You're lucky Quast doesn't control on PilotEdge, otherwise Sim will get... Okay.
It's a reference to something that happened during a world flight. So.
Okay, I see. All right, so insider joke kind of. All right, so we got the clearance. We'll go through that in a second, but let me just do the rest of the orbit panel really quickly. So the APU is now running, so now we should be safe regarding ground power dropping off again. The rest of the items.
Yeah, I don't know what happened. I was nowhere near the...
But to be honest, that's fairly realistic. I mean, I've had that happen, you know, frequently on the real aircraft as well. So, and yes, it's shared flight, exactly. Thank you, Mark. It's just X-plane doing X-plane things. Well, I mean, I can't really say I've had many bad things in X-plane, so I'm quite happy with things running. Oh, and one thing, guys, I don't know. So people were telling me or suggesting for me to try out the level up 737. Now I tried it today, but for some reason I'm getting weird lag. So like, it's like running for 2-3 seconds, and then I get like a split lag, and then it runs again, 2-3 seconds. I don't have that in any other aircraft, just for the level up. Has anybody else had that issue? Oh. So El Paso is what was it again? That was KELP. $340 10 minutes after. Yep. So that's why I've dialed in 340. But thanks. I always appreciate people, following along, making sure that we don't miss anything. So airport parking. That's one thing. Then we'll want to have the departure Atkin 5 with the FLOGS transition and then direct Sierra Sierra Oscar. Okay. So he said climb by the SID except maintain 17,000. So that's something here it says assigned by ATC. No issues, Morgan? Okay. No, normally usually what happens, Incubus, it has a kind of a buffer battery, so just like the real aircraft. So when the power drops off, even if the MCUs get loss of power for like a couple of minutes, it doesn't hurt it, right? But yeah, after a certain time, then once the buffer battery is depleted, that's it. Then you will lose the data. Now, the sounds you've heard, so that beeping sound, that is coming from the IRS units. So, so when the external power drops off, the IRS is running on battery. Now, the horn is actually more audible outside, so that the ground crew knows, okay, it's the ground power that's dropped off. Because theoretically, if you don't regain AC power, the IRS is going to drain the battery at some point. Right, so that's why you have this warning sound come up after a few seconds. Yeah, Morgan, that's why I think that's why people have suggested it to me, and then I've had a look at it, and yeah, it looks fine. So textures, etc., very Zebo-like, really. But yeah, I've had the issue with the strange lags, so I've got to do some more investigation then. So if nobody else has the issues, then it's going to be on my side.
Do you use the XPUPIC,
yes,
whatever
yes,
it is?
I do. Is that the culprit?
That has caused me some weird, like, once every second hiccups.
But
sometimes, and
it's all aircraft or just certain aircraft? Because I don't have any issues.
All aircraft.
Okay, no, but
yeah.
I mean, if I'm seeing that I've got issues, then I'll deactivate it. The thing is, though, so the new overlay that I have, that takes the data via XP UIPC.
Yeah, I used to use that same overlay, and I eventually got rid of it because I don't want anybody to know where I am, you know.
Airborne on this frequency. Cancel on the ground within 5 minutes of landing on 122.2. Change flights frequency is approved.
Alrighty. So, go check the routing real quickly. So I got that. We got that. Atkin 5 logs, direct Sierra Sierra Oscar, then flight plan route, Sunset 8 for the RMP via ball. And let me just check the plan page here, see what that looks like. Oops. Hang on. Okay. So you are expecting at some point, because it kind of ends at suns, right? And then there's supposed to be vectors for the arrival.
You're talking about the arrival?
Yeah.
Let me bring that up here.
Yes, ATC Bear, yeah, it is compatible with X-Plane 12, yeah. Sorry for the type rating,
okay.
Star Miner. Let me just check the. Sorry for the missing your question. Let's have a look. Star Miner. Oh, there we go. Long question. Okay, sorry, Star Miner. Curious question. I know that after type rating, usually continue with base training with narrow bodies. I'm pretty sure, but how does it work for wide bodies aircraft like the 747, 787? Like in your case, does the airline actually rent the aircraft just for training flights? Or do you go straight into line operation after completing the theory and simulator phase without ever doing a real takeoff and landings before? That's a very good question. So, as you know, that when you start out with your first type rating, like a 737 A320, you will get a day where you will have, several of your colleagues and yourself flying somewhere to an airport, little airport that has a long enough runway, but you can fly visual patterns without disturbing anyone. So you do kind of do your landing practice in the real aircraft, and exactly as you say, that's a difficult thing to do in the bigger aircraft, right? So, as a matter of fact, indeed, what you do, the simulators are certified for landing training, and that means that once you finish all the theory, the type rating stuff, abnormal stuff, then you actually get a dedicated sim mission, which gives you, I don't know, 10, 15 landings with all kind of wind conditions, even runway contamination. And then, so when you've mastered that, you get your stamp, right, in the book, if you like. And then it's actually the actual case that you will do your first ever landing in the real aircraft with passengers on board. Right. So in my case, when I was transferring to the 747, the first flight on the 747 was as pilot monitoring going to Johannesburg. And then my first ever landing I did on the shuttle from Johannesburg to Cape Town. So it's very, very fitting that my first landing ever that I did on long range was actually in Cape Town. And so was my last. You see, I didn't really tell anyone, but that's kind of the interesting fact that long range first landing in Cape Town, last landing in Cape Town. But yeah, good question. Thank you. Hope you're still here to have heard the answer, Star Miner. And again, apologies for the late answer. Hey Ted, and Christian, hello to you as well.
I'm all done with the FMC.
Yep.
Whenever you're ready.
All right. Thank you much for the information. I'm going to quickly have a look, and I can see you've been very, very thorough. Let's see. I'm kind of looking for anything that you've missed. Even cruise wind is in. Even the cruise wind. Now, if I really want to nitpick, is you could theoretically put in top of climb outside temperature, but
temperature.
Yeah, but I mean it's not really necessary. That's really picking. Taylor Racing. Hey Jacob, Taylor Racing says in the US when you start your regional technically could be a low cost for an A320, but usually your first flight in the real plane is with PAX as well. Okay, well there we go. Okay, so maybe it's just a thing at my airline then. Okay, I appreciate the input. So Sazo, hello to you, Sazo the pilot. You fly the 737 NG and Max as a pilot and a tree instructor as well. Nice. Yeah, so you can tell us. I've flown the 737 Classics in real life. I've never been on NGs or Max. So that's a nice of you. So yeah, any input is appreciated. If you do anything wrong, let us know, please. So ATC Bear, what you can do. So when I offered people to fly along with me, I know Caesar has his own account and his own. He pays a monthly fee as well for a shared flight. But I have an account as well, so I am a subscriber there. So what I can do is I can invite people, right? So let's say ATC Bear, you're interested in doing a flight with me, then you would not have to get a subscription, right?
Okay. But it's only $5 a month.
Yeah,
if you
that's
wanna
true. Yeah, I mean, but if it's people thinking not to try it because they think they have to get a subscription, then that's not correct. You could try it with someone who has a subscription and then have a look if how it's working for you.
Yeah, I think there might be a trial also where you get the full package for a month or something. Okay. I might be wrong on that.
All right, so I've checked your FMS inputs. I don't see anything wrong. The thing is that here the Zebra mod does not have its own takeoff calculator. So what I would like to do is have a look at the sim brief. calculator, because that's pretty good actually. Which calculator do you use for that, Caesar? Well, don't tell me you eyeball it.
I use experience.
Oh my god.
I have tens of thousands of hours in flight simming and...
Famous last words. Hold my beer. I'll show you how to do it. Okay, so let's see. We're gonna have... I see we're gonna have some fun today. Oh, can't say I've heard that before. But hey, so 26 left for departure, right? We're gonna calculate 26 left.
I'm extremely good at crossing my fingers, so
okay.
I've never had a problem so far.
Well, then I've got a challenge for you, right? So your eyeball values, you tell me, you enter the values that you think we need, and then you've entered the values into the FMS. I will check them with what I get from the calculator.
Enter the values you think we need in the
for takeoff today here in El Paso, yeah.
Takeoff today. Okay. Oops, I messed something up now, and I can't get my V speeds back.
Well, you could just, yeah, okay, there we go. Yeah, and then, otherwise just overwrite them maybe. Dave Cat.
All right, so.
And Camino, I have a question regarding A320. When a program a transition entity with some waypoints I'm missing when I compare it to the charts. Oh, okay, so which aircraft are we talking about, Camino? Because there are differences. So if you do that in the FENIX, it's pretty much what I came across with the real aircraft, but the TOLIS, as an example, is using a different software standard. And there I have the same issue that, especially in the US, depending on how you, do the transitions, you either have to actually select it via or not. It's a FENIX. So if you come across that, do the following. You very likely probably put in via. So you had the arrival. So the runway, arrival, and then via. Try just the runway and the arrival without the via. And then have a look if the waypoints pop up correctly.
For some reason, every time I try to put something into the takeoff reference, dinging at me.
Okay, so okay, wait, yeah. Oh, I've switched it off. There's a setting here in the Zibo where you can actually switch off the sound effects for the FMS. So let me see if I can find that. If Bruno were here, he would know. He knows everything here for the inputs. But I know because he showed me. And then maybe someone here knows. Audio features? Oh, hang on. Audio features. Hold on. Audio features.
Oh, I don't mind it dinging at me. I just don't know what I'm doing wrong that it's making it
ding. You're not making. No.
I'm trying to put the winds and
stuff.
Yeah,
no. You're not doing anything wrong. It's just like when the execute prompt comes up or something, it always dings for some reason. Hey, Lee, wie geht's hier?
No, I'm trying to put the runway wind in. Where would you like to begin the approach? And
oh, maybe then it's the wrong.
For some reason, it's not taking it.
No,
it's telling me invalid entry.
Yeah, can you try? I don't know. Yeah, just agree. But maybe that's bugged or something. I think just leave it. It's not really. It doesn't really matter.
Okay. Well, what else am I supposed to do here?
Nothing. You got the engine out acceleration,
okay.
Climb. Looks good to me. So I wouldn't really touch anything else in there.
Okay.
Yeah, ready to intercept, right? There's a mute FMC option, yeah, if that's... Okay, so you've put in... flaps 5 for the thrust. Let's have a look. Oh, you're toe ganging it. No. that's too easy. No. Think of all the fuel that you're wasting going toga all the time. No. Hang on. So dry bleed anti-ice.
No.
So, but I tell you what, I'm going to take bleeds off.
That's not how we do it.
No. Exactly. There it goes. Yeah. So Adams was my last flight number. My last flight was 747 as a senior first officer. That was from Tokyo to Frankfurt, and the flight number was 711. That's a connection there. All right, so SimBrief gives us a flap. Where is it? Where's flaps? Oh, 1. No, we're going to take flaps 5. I don't like flaps 1 takeoffs here, to be honest. So for tail strike avoidance, we'll take flaps 5. So DTO 1 with a selected temperature of 30. Exactly, all the noise complaints. So shall I put that in for you?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so DTO 1, 30 selected. And then got flaps 5. And then we have we'll take 139, 140, and 146. Did you, hang on. No, those are given by the FMC now. Okay, but wasn't bad. I'm not saying you were far off, and you did have full power, so you'd have made it, yeah. So I would say the same. You would probably have made a safe takeoff on that.
Thank you.
Righty, I would be ready for briefing though. Before we read the checklist,
okay.
I would be.
Oh, you want the briefing?
Yeah.
Okay, we can do the briefing. Alrighty, here. Let's take a look at the taxi. Let me see here. We're expecting runway. Let's see. Let me get my chart up here. Here we go. We're expecting. Whoops.
Rusty. It's the other way around. So American pilot with a German co-pilot.
We're expecting runway 26 left. We're on the excuse me. We're on the Atkin 5 departure with the FLOGS transition. Our instructions are climb via SID, except maintain 17,000. So we'll be departing 26 left and heading at 265, climbing to 4,462 feet, and then a left turn direct to Bivkey. And let's see here. We don't have any stop altitude restrictions on the departure, so just a free climb up to 17,000.
I see the same.
The MSA in the airport area is 11,500 feet.
Yep.
Our extra fuel, now check me on this, I believe we have, let's see here. Should have had this written down. £3,500, is that correct?
For the alternate fuel, you mean?
Yeah.
Okay, so we've got 2,440 kilograms, let's say. So that's about, I can actually transfer that exactly into pounds. That's 5,300 pounds is min diversion fuel.
Okay, I miscalculated.
No problem.
All right. Taxi route to the runway here. We've got, we're at the terminal, and assuming we get 26 left, it would be straight out on Lima, full length. No issues, no hot spots, no crossing areas there. If we do get the 22, then we're going to be probably be Juliet the whole way out there, and we do have a hotspot at Juliet Golf. But again, I don't anticipate that. Our stop margin for the rejected takeoff is 6,312 feet. Let's take another look at the SID. So we're going to be straight out climbing on 265 heading to 4,462 feet, right turn to Bivkey, then hard right direct to Atkin, then on to Zilk. We've got to be above 10,500 at on our route, our leg from Atkin to Zilek. Zilek.
Yep, correct.
And then above 17,000 direct to Flogs, and top altitude is 17,000. Emergencies. So we've got let's see here. So we do have some terrain to the west, and then to the south as well, a little bit of terrain there. So should we have an emergency, our best plan is I believe to
yeah, I would
to divert to the north. There are military restricted areas up there, so we'll have to see what ATC wants us to do at that point. If we have any let me see here. Checking something here. Checking something. Yeah, anything non-catastrophic below 80 knots, and we'll stop. If we are above 80 knots, V1 for anything catastrophic, and we'll deal with it in the air. And what do you perceive as some threats on this flight?
Inexperienced flight crew. On the 737.
Okay.
But
speak for yourself.
Yeah. Okay. So, not really. I would really have to invent something. It's good weather. Aircraft isn't too heavy. The only thing really that sticks out is the high altitude, 4,000 feet. So a little bit less performance than usual. Bit higher true airspeed or ground speed. But apart from that, I don't see anything major. Do you?
Only that the pilot is in pounds and the first officer is in kilograms, but other than that, and I mentioned the restricted areas for the military to the north, so those are very active. So just if we do have an emergency, it might be something to consider. Do you have any questions?
No questions.
All right.
So just asking if there's any question, anything about ice shedding and the ice. Well, the ice I do have. I was pretty sure I have. I made a YouTube video, or maybe even several, regarding the icing A320. And I was certain that I have something here on my website, but I can't really find it right now. But yeah, search on my YouTube channel. There's definitely some videos out for the de-icing. Right, so no questions. So I now would finally be ready for a checklist.
All right, pre-flight checklist.
Pre-flight oxygen.
Tested 100%.
Tested 100%. Navigation transfer display switches.
I see them normal and auto.
Window heat.
Window heat on.
Pressure relation mode selector.
Pressure relation mode selector is auto.
Then we have the flight instruments.
So I'm currently showing a heading of 175 and an altitude of 3,922 feet.
Yeah, so 175 and 3,920 feet is the same thing. Park and brake.
Parking brake is set.
And the engine start levers
are cut off.
And that's the pre-flight checklist complete. Before we go on, I just need to check my display because I don't want track magnetic. I want heading magnetic. Where was that again? Oh, there we go. Heading up. Right. Okay, cool. Then I'm happy. Do we need to push back clearance here, or can we push back on our own?
I just took a look around, and it looks like we're in non-movement, so I believe we can just push back on our own.
Okay, so APU is running.
And in fact, I'll call the pushback truck here.
And if you like, you can disconnect the ground power. APU's on bus.
Okay, I'll go ahead and disconnect the ground power and the chocks.
Ground to cockpit. Tow is driving up.
Oh yeah, I'll
okay.
Get to the anti-skid RTO. That's probably my item anyways. So transponder, the squawk was, hang on, I noted it down, 5477. Already put that in. Oh, fantastic. It's already on. Excellent.
Okay, all doors and hatches are closed. Ready to connect. Set parking brake.
How am I doing so far?
Good. Excellent. I mean, you've been very thorough with the FMS entries, so very cool.
I'm trying.
Oh, good.
I'm trying.
And if it's any consolation, I mean, it's even real pilots don't always get everything 100% correct. There's always little things you forget or a miss. That's why we have 2 pilots in the flight deck. Scones hello to you, and home email hello. Welcome. Right, yeah, looking forward. So I'm, again, for those that just joined, we're doing a shared flight. So our friend SimCaesar here, who's got his own channel on Twitch. SimCaesar is the pilot flying today, and I'm sitting on the right-hand side as pilot monitoring. And there's an app called Shared Flight. It's a program that allows you to fly together in certain aircraft that are compatible with Shared Flight. And yeah, if you want more info, just go to sharedflight.com, and then Mark, our moderator here, has the link for that. Hey Robonius, hello to you.
The pushback truck seems to be stuck.
Okay. Let's see, is it still... It says
drove up and it's
so for me it says
there.
Waiting for parking brake to be set.
Oh, parking brake is set on my side.
Okay, it's not on my side. So then I'm gonna. Okay, interesting. Hang on.
And now mine went off, and now mine's on.
Okay, mine's on as well now. Okay, so maybe that's now synced.
Okay,
so
let's see if that helps.
Yeah, he's moving.
Okay. Do we want to do the before start checklist now? When is that done?
Absolutely. So before start to the line, fuel.
Fuel. Let's see. We have 13,900 pounds on board, and we need 8,600 pounds.
So connected and bypass pin inserted. Release parking brake.
And our pumps are on.
Yep. Then the passenger signs.
Passenger signs are on.
MCP.
V2 is 146. Put in there. Initial heading 265 and top altitude on the SID 17,000. Yes, checked. V1, VR, V2? V1 139, V rotate 140, and V2 is 146.
139, 140, 146 is copied. That's correct. Rudder aileron trim.
They are free and zero.
And taxi takeoff briefing.
completed.
And that's the before start to the line.
Okay. Let me see.
I'll,
Did it connect? It looks like it's connected.
I'll close the door.
Do we do the below the line before or after the push?
Well, it's always better to do that before the push.
Okay. Proceed.
So door is closed. Right, below the line, flight deck door.
That's closed.
Unlocked. Yeah, doors.
Checked.
And beacon. Oh, anti-collision light actually it's called. Anti-collision light.
Anti-collision light, I show it as off.
Yeah. So, okay, no, but that's a part of the captain's. That's one of the sacred captain things. So that the co-pilot...
Oh, is it?
Yeah, always... I've never had... Oh, disregard. On a 787, actually, it is an item for the FO, but normally, it's always been a thing for the captain.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, so... But it's whatever you prefer. So that's then the before set below the line completed. So
I'm gonna remember that. Next time I'm a FO and I forget something, I'm gonna tell the captain. Well, that's always a sacred thing for the captain.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's great.
Right, so let's see if you can.
No, seriously, I didn't know that. We've done shared cockpit many times. I didn't realize that.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, so let's see if you can release a parking brake, or I have to release it as well. Maybe I don't know.
Did it release for you?
Starting pushback.
Starting pushback.
And you may start engines.
Alrighty.
Okay, I just realized we do have some threats. Birds. Had a huge flock of birds just fly around the aircraft here.
You're kidding.
No, we had lots of birds there. So the chat saw it as well.
Really?
Yeah. I have witnesses. They saw it as well.
How is that possible? Do you have failures turned on or something?
No way. I think it's just with the scenery. So.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Well, then go ahead and start number 2.
All right. So number 2 goes to ground. Oh, actually, the packs have to go off as well.
Because birds are an emergency in X-plane.
Oh, yeah, you're right. No. So hopefully no issues. Hey, Nate.
And in fact, the PilotEdge controller can trigger birds they can trigger emergencies in your X-plane.
Oh my god. Okay.
And I've had PilotEdge controllers that I am, I have a friendly relationship with.
I can imagine.
That have done that to me on short file, with my permission.
Okay.
And but they can't trigger emergencies on the on shared flight on the secondary connection.
Yeah, that's why they probably don't do it. Yeah, so we're safe.
Yeah. And Marcus wouldn't do that anyway, so
we're safe. Yeah, good light up, and let's get some more engine sounds running here. Start valves closed. Good engine start.
Okay, and start 1.
Starting 1. Start valve open.
Operation complete. Set parking brake.
Yeah.
Disconnecting tow. Stand by.
Contact Springs approach 124.0.
What's the trigger for above the line? After what steps in pre-flight is done? So normally, so what you do, you prepare everything, right? And once everything's prepared for departure, then you read the pre-flight checklist. And then when you get ready for pushback, means you have all the doors closed, you have the slides armed, the pushback truck ready, right? And then you start your before start items, read the before start checklist, and it's best to read both above the line and below the line if you have it. And then pushback. Right, good engine start valve closed. So you would just say before taxi items, flaps 5.
I say
Tow
before
is disconnected and
taxi
bypass
items,
and
flaps
has been
5.
removed.
Exactly.
Hand signal will be on the right. We'll see you next time and have a great flight.
So that's my cue when I spring into action and do my magic on the overhead panel.
Got it. Before taxi items, flaps 5.
Excellent.
I gotta write that down.
Yeah. Because I won't touch anything here if I don't hear those magic words. So I'm setting flaps according to the lever. I'm not. I don't have anything bound with the hardware today, so.
Yeah, I always just use the keyboard. It's safe.
Okay. One thing I'm seeing is the El Navina is still missing on my side. Did you press that by any chance?
Oh, no, I did not.
There we go. Now it's showing up. Right. So I'd be ready for a flight control check.
Okay, flight control check. And let me see. How do I put those on the thing here? Oh, you got it there already. All right. All right. So what order do we do this in?
So yoke first. So it doesn't matter if aileron or.
Okay. All right. Full right.
Yeah.
Full left.
Mm-hmm.
And full up.
Yep.
Pull down.
Mm-hmm.
And rudder right.
Yep.
Rudder left.
Yep.
Okay.
All right. I'd be ready for the before taxi checklist.
Alrighty. Go ahead.
Generators.
On.
Pro heat.
On.
Anti-ice.
Not required.
Isolation valve.
Auto.
Engine start switches.
Continuous.
Recall.
Checked.
Auto
No
brake.
issues.
Yeah. Auto brake.
Reject takeoff.
Engine start device.
Idle detent.
Flight controls.
Checked.
Ground equipment.
Clear left.
Clear right. Okay, so then I'll get the taxi clearance. That's ground is going to be 21.9.
Oh, do we have an updated ATIS? I'm sure it's
Oh,
changed.
okay,
since,
yeah, that's
I can just get the off the website. Oh, it hasn't changed. It's Oscar.
So Oscar got the 3049 though still. Okay. Oh, hang on. Let me see. It's still November for me. So you have Oscar?
Huh.
The newest one?
I have Oscar.
Okay, and altimeter?
Yeah. 3045.
Okay, then I'll dial it in. 45 is set.
It was 49.
Okay, the cabin is secured. Have a good flight.
Cabin secured. Fantastic.
And wind is calm. Temperature 16. I think that has not changed.
Okay. Paso ground,
And the
southwest, 1422 requesting taxi with information Oscar.
That was 1422 El Paso ground, runway 22 acceptable?
Yeah, that'd be working. If you have available 26 left, that's what we prepared for, but we can do 22 as well.
Oh, that works. Southwest 1422, runway 26 left. Taxi via Gulf and Lima.
Gulf and Lima, runway 26 left, southwest 1422. All right, Gulf and Lima, sir.
Alrighty.
A little bit to the right, and then Lima to the left. Yeah, Incubus, I've not really heard many news regarding PNBG and Microsoft 2024. It's become very quiet. Eagle 737 guy, hello.
Oopsie.
Oh, left.
Am I passing Lima?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
I got it. No problem. No problem.
All right, yeah.
We're still on the pavement.
Absolutely.
No problem.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I left the pavement on my last week's stream, so.
I suppose the big sign that has the L on it should have been a clue to me that this is Taxiway Lima. I'm so used to not looking at taxiway signs because in Microsoft Flight Simulator, like they're universally wrong.
Yeah, yeah, that's true. Yeah. I actually, you know what? I got a an add-on that fixes all the those signs. Well, so there's one for US and I think there's one for Europe or something. So I got.
I've always wanted to get that, and I just haven't pulled the trigger on it.
Yeah. So I'm not sure if it's a sync issue, but I'm gonna also little lags here a bit. Just out of curiosity, just wondering if that was you said with the XUIPC.
So yeah, I've had that happen in the past, and eventually I just stopped using it. But that's my only suggestion to you. My sim is 100% smooth right now. No, so I glanced over at your stream and I see the stutter you're talking about.
Yeah, but that's yeah, that's not XPUIPC. I just turned it off to check. It's the same. So it's probably just synchronization issue. And the important thing is that it's smooth for you on your side. That's the important thing. Because you're flying.
Well, I mean, yeah, but people are watching your stream. We want it to be smooth on both. I don't have stutters when I'm doing shared flight with someone. It's also smooth. So.
Yeah, not sure if it has to do with the distance to the US regarding the server.
That's possible, I guess.
All right, so I'll be ready for before takeoff checklist if you like.
Yeah, before takeoff checklist proceed.
Yeah, so flaps.
Flaps 5, green light.
And stabilizer.
Stabilizer is 4.5 units, and that's check.
Yeah, I see 4.75 on the FMS. That's alrighty. And that's the before takeoff checklist complete.
Oh, you're right, 4.75.
Alrighty. And tower is going to be on 18.3. We dialed it in. That's the cool thing about shared flight, right? So that really helps pilot monitoring being able to do the radios. How come I'm showing my face? Because I've retired. I'm no longer an active airline pilot. That's why. Alrighty. Would you be ready?
Yeah, we're ready.
El Paso Tower, good afternoon. Southwest 1422, Lima holding short 26 left, ready for departure.
South 1422, El Paso Tower, wind calm, runway 26 left, cleared for takeoff.
Runway 26 left, cleared for takeoff, Southwest 1422. Alright, approach sector is clear. Yeah, I bet you I beat the game. Yeah. Right. I'm feeling good. I think we've done everything, so...
Okay.
Captain, it's all in your hands now.
All right, are we ready?
We are ready. Cargo pilot? Yeah, sure, absolutely. Give me a shout on Discord. Right, I can see thrust set. Knots. Check. V1, rotate. Paso 8.
Gear up.
Gear up.
That was 1422. Contact departure.
Departure, Southwest 1422. Yes, so sometimes, guys, there may be some synchronization mismatches with the FMA. That can happen. El Paso departure, good afternoon. Southwest 1422, passing 5,300, climbing via the Aten 5, however, climbing 17,000.
South 1422 El Paso departure. Radar contact.
Flaps 1.
Right, speed is checked. Flaps 1. Flaps up.
Have to take off checklist.
We're 5 kilos Sierra, turn 10 degrees right.
10 degrees right, 5 kilos Sierra.
After takeoff, engine bleeds.
You can do it silently.
Well, I can read it if you like. Engine bleeds on, packs auto,
Okay.
landing gear is up and off, and flaps up, no lights.
Thank you.
Hey QB, I know some of the flows, yes, but not all of them. I mean, what I do remember is the overhead panel. That flow, that has definitely stuck with me. Yeah. Yes, that affects. I don't know. I have a feeling something broke with my sim today here in X-Plane, and I'm not sure what it is. Because I talked about the status I had with the level up 737, and I'm just wondering if it has to do with that installation. Careful with the speed coming down. Hey, Ali.
Okay. Command A.
Yep. Climb 1 is set. Looking good, alright. So... cabin is climbing. Looking good so far.
Oh man, that's a lot of pressure.
Why? What do you mean?
It's thrilling, but it's, you know... Because I'm trying to be as mistake-free as possible, which is, I feel like I'm taking my IFR check ride right now. You know?
Oh, am I so intimidating? Oh no.
No, but you know, you're, I just want to make you proud.
Yes, I am proud of
Put it
this.
that way.
Yes. I mean, I've said it in, you know, the time when I did the other shared flights.
We're 5 kilos Sierra via traffic is 12 o'clock, 2.5 miles southbound, indicating 8,300.
It fascinates me, you know, that
Negative contact.
people here that do this as a hobby, right? But so many of you just really...
1422 contact Albuquerque Center 134.6.
34.6 Southwest 1422. So many people take it so far further with the procedures and knowledge, system knowledge, which absolutely amazes me. And I mean, you know, that's possible because of the way the flight sims have evolved, right? So truly fascinating, in my opinion. So this should...
Yeah, well, I consider you a mentor, so, you know, I don't want to let you down.
Okay, I get it. Albuquerque, good afternoon, Southwest 1422, passing 16,000, climbing 17,000. 1,000 feet to go.
Southwest 1422, Albuquerque Center, climb and maintain flight level 340.
Climb maintain level 340, Southwest 1422. ATIS? No, you're listening to this.
Wi-Fi service is available on this flight. Connect to the AA in-flight signal and open your browser. You can access AA.com free of charge.
Tuxu, I'm glad you enjoyed the MD-11 stream. Right, coming up, transition. Standard set. Hey Paul, hello, how are you doing? Yeah, so yesterday, Caesar, I flew the MD-11.
I was able to catch some of that, not the entire stream, but yeah, I was a little surprised to see you flying that.
Yeah, I mean, I know, I was kind of. I mean, people suggested it. So on my stream on Friday, people suggested the MD-11 for Microsoft 2024.
Yeah.
So they said try the TFDI. It's a great aircraft to fly. It's and I've done it. I've flown the MD-11 in the past, and I know it's a fantastic aircraft, right? So the only thing I was thinking, like, you know, you're gonna have people complain maybe about the crash from the UPS, which of course is very tragic. Mm-hmm. But then I said, well, no, I mean, we talk about flight simulation here, right? And people that know me know how shocked and sad I was, and I still am, regarding the UPS crash. But it's more like you know, paying respect, right? So I think the MD-11 is a fantastic aircraft. I've seen it many times. A lot of my colleagues from my class, so my classmates have flown the MD-11 at Lufthansa Cargo, and so it's more like a tribute. And I hope that that the ban or the grounding is lifted, you know, quickly once the true nature and the true cause is known.
900,000 until established on the localizer. Clear the ILS runway 17 left approach.
Somebody is...
Yeah, but oh, I was just gonna say I'm with you a lot on that. I don't like to discuss like tragedies on my channel, you know, even if they're topical and current. I don't want to talk about that. It's, you know, I just avoid that. The only time I would like allow a discussion of an aircraft accident is if it had a happy ending, like you know, the
Hudson River or something.
Plane lost an engine and the pilot was able to set it down safely on the golf course, and you know, and it, you know, did something great by that. So.
QB's asking if I was listening to the PA in the background, IRL. Yes, I used to. Yes, simply because, not because I want to listen, you know, to what they're saying in the cabin, but we have some emergencies sometimes that are time sensitive. So, as an example, if I hear the cabin crew call out a doctor because they have a medical emergency in the cabin, so, you know, it's going to give me 2 or 3 minutes maybe ahead of time to already know, okay, something's going on. I'm already going to check for where's my next airport, get the weather and so on, right? So, because every minute will count, right? Albeit, you know, maybe someone calling out for the fire extinguisher or something, right? So that way I'm alarmed a lot sooner. That would be the reason why I would listen to the PA, yes. Yeah, so regarding tragedies, I mean, I'm not going to go into it, guys, don't worry. But just as a general kind of comment, I've been really getting upset ever since the Air India 787 crash happened with these real-world Instagram pilots and YouTube pilots coming out with their theories and analysis on how potentially the crash happened, and we all know why they do it, right? It's just for the clicks and for the money, right? So because I mean, you know, as always, with these tragic accidents, you're going to have officials. You've got professionals, right? They've been trained on how to investigate these accidents, and these investigations take time. And you can definitely not investigate from the outside, right? Just because you think you see something on the outside, right, doesn't mean that's what happened, right? So everything is in the realms of speculation, which I'm totally against, and also I find it disrespectful, for the victims' families, right? So that's why, yeah, I would never, make videos and try to profit off that tragedy. So that's
yeah.
If someone does it, who's a professional pilot, right, but just has, I don't know, a channel and has to make a living of it, right, then I can get some understanding out of that, right? Because they're kind of forced to profit financially to make their living. But I mean, a pilot who's earning, between $300,000 to $500,000 a year, I don't think they're financially needing the money, right? So it's kind of strange to see that happening with them.
Yeah, and something I've noticed is every single one of them claims to have some insight that nobody else has to this accident that just happened less than 24 hours ago.
Exactly.
And YouTube has this thing where you can just click these 3 little dots and then say, don't recommend this channel. So whenever I see one of those, I just squelch the channel, and I don't want to see that channel anymore. I don't care what content that person puts up. That's not,
Yeah, I've already blocked a couple of them now as well. So, I mean, like, for example, Mentor Pilot, having literally only done videos until, let's say, last year on accidents that have been fully analyzed, and there's an official report out, right? And I like the way he explained all the technical details. So all those people that want to know more about that, they will watch that video, and he's had many views on those videos. But again, those were fully analyzed and incidents and based on professional and official reports, right? So that's, I'm happy with that, and I watched those videos, right? But now he's unfortunately gone also more into the area of joining, the speculation train. Now he does it in a more subtle way, but in the end, it is about getting the clicks and the money. And again, I can't approve of that. So.
Yeah, he's another one I don't follow. I used to like his videos because he used to explain how aircraft systems work. Here's how the pressurization works. Here's what happens if we blow a tire on takeoff. That kind of stuff is interesting and good for a wannabe sim airline pilot like me. But yeah, he's fallen into the same thing that so many others have, because you put up something like that and you get 250,000 views and internet fame and fortune. So, but I don't like that.
1422 cross item at maintain flight level 240.
Yeah. So Rusty.
Did I read? Go ahead.
Sorry, no, you go first.
Oh, did I read correctly? Our cost index is 6.
Could be, yeah. I mean, if you wanted to fly faster, go ahead.
I thought I saw that on the thing. I just want to make sure.
That was 1422 cross item.
Yeah. So regarding Captain Steve, Rusty, there was one thing where I really already got upset with his quite arrogant approach, where he was bashing colleagues of mine.
That was 1422 Albuquerque Center.
Sorry for that. Got to dial up my radio a bit. Southwest 1422. Go ahead, please.
That was 1422 cross item at and maintain flight level 240.
Cross and maintain item at flight level 240, Southwest 4022. Yeah, so item. You have to dial up the sound a bit here. All right, so regarding Captain Steve, so he was bashing colleagues of mine regarding A340 engine failure. And he was kind of first of all bashing them for them continuing out towards the Atlantic, even though they had an engine failure. Now, you have to realize that if you have a 4-engine aircraft and you lose an engine, the first thing you do is, it's always the same: aviate, navigate, communicate. So aviate means you analyze the issue and run the checklists, right? And that's what they did. And then they looked at their, facts, options, risk-benefit analysis, so the 4DAC that they do. And then they decide on a, turn back, or maybe flying to gander or whatever, right? So they analyze. And again, an engine failure on ETOPS aircraft, well, in a 4-engine aircraft doesn't really have ETOPS in that sense. I mean, it's different nowadays with the procedures, but I mean, there's no time limit, right? They can fly on these 3 engines for hours and hours and hours, right? So it's not as a dire emergency as having a 2-engine aircraft with an engine failure. So yes, of course, they could have turned back sooner, but I understand that they did some other things first and then turned back, right? And then he was continued to bash them. Like I was thinking, hey, you've not been in the flight deck. There is no official report out on that. How dare you criticize colleagues, right? In the end, that's my understanding. It doesn't matter what nationality you are, which country you live in, and which country you work in, which airline you work for. We're a family, right? So, I would never, ever, unless someone is really annoying me, like Captain Steve, I would never, bash anyone, right? But, I mean, he's crossed the lines. And, in the end, he criticized them for going around. Why? Because they had a checklist pop up on final regarding hydraulics. And he said, well, that's stupid. They've got the runway straight ahead. They can see the runway. Yeah, I would just continue. Well, I'm like, well, have you ever flown an Airbus aircraft? No, because you are, based on the 777. So Boeing has different concepts. But for the Airbus, if a checklist pops up, you have to go through it. Hey, Reynolds. So you have to go through it, and you have to go through all. That's a silly thing about Airbus. What silly about? But that's a different thing about Airbus.
Ver 5 Kilo Sierra, verify you want to
You have to go through all the items to the end to get to the status page, read all of the status,
Ver 5 Kilo Sierra,
and then again analyze.
Stay on Echo.
So it's a bit of a different concept. I have flown both. I have flown Boeing and I've flown Airbus.
Golf.
I understand the Airbus philosophy.
Charlie 3.
But here he goes again, bashing them for wasting time, avoiding the approach. And again, we talk about 3-engine aircraft, right? There is no time limit, right? So they decide to board the approach, go correctly through the checklist, analyze, evaluate, decide, and then they land it, right? They did everything fine, right? But no, he just.
For 5 Kilo Sierra, destroying.
That's the time he already lost me there.
Charlie 3 holds.
And then came the Air India accident, and that's where I got really mad. So he was the one that was claiming straight away that the first officer, instead of raising the landing gear, raised the flaps. Yeah, continuation bias, right? That topic, right? So, and imagine the family of the co-pilot reading that in the newspaper, right? And it was wrong. Of course it was wrong, right? And what it does, especially in a country like India, right? I mean, okay, but I'll stop here. Anyways, so that's my take on the whole topic, why it is getting me upset, seeing those influencers, real world pilots that should know better. That's my take. Anyways, SimCaesar, you've already entered
yes.
240 item. I've seen that. Fantastic. So we've got top descent coming up. Would you like me to get the weather?
Yeah, if we can pick it up.
Hey, Wilty, thank you. Alrighty. So let me dial in the frequency for the ATIS. And by the way, you're doing excellent.
Oh, Thank you.
You're doing excellent. I feel very comfortable sitting here, enjoying the views, having a chit chat.
Terrific.
So let's have a look. So Scottsdale, 18.6 ATIS. Okay, let's see if that works. I'll do that on number 2, 18.6. Ed Force 5, hello to you. So I should be hearing something on 2, shouldn't I, if I dialed it up? But maybe that's the wrong frequency.
Yeah, we might be too far away.
Ah, okay. So in that case, let me get the written ATIS, right?
Sure.
The PilotEdge client, especially for X-Plane, it's really fantastic, and they simulate terrain, causing interference and distances, realistic distances to pick up radio calls and static and all that. It's really done well.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, so Flying Farmer, just one more item. I see Blancleary does a lot of good reporting, but he's now fallen back again into the speculation realms, even though he does more thorough investigation and technical background analysis. He showed a picture. He froze a still picture where the MD-11 was like 10 feet off the ground, 90-degree bang angle. And I saw the picture, and I just had the chills, and I thought, oh my god, he froze exactly the point where the pilots very likely just took their last breath. We talk about real people here that are going to lose their life now, and the people on the ground. Right. So, and then he talks about how the left wing clipped the building next to it. I'm like, how can you? How can you? But anyways, let's continue. So we've got the ATIS Lima. We've got 3021.
Or 5 Kilo Sierra Charlie 3 cross runway 17 right.
No wind.
Alpha 3 and Alpha to the ramp. You stay on my frequency as you go.
And runway 21, which is good. So 28 degrees, not too hot. So we should be fine. And later on, I'll request the RMP 21 then.
Yeah, so let me give you a little arrival briefing here, if you're ready.
I'm ready.
Okay, so we're coming up to San Simon, and so we were tells us to expect below 24 at or below 240 at item, and that's what we got. And then we're on to Telgi, and then Baby, and our next possible. There's no hard limits here, but we can expect 250 knots and 9,000 at a squeeze, and then we're on to Suns, and then a heading of it's a heading or track. It's a heading 290 at Suns. Now, our entry point to the approach I want to do. It starts at B-Ball, which is just to the west of Suns. So at some point prior to Suns, I would like to jump in and request that RNAV approach from B-Ball. It's the RNAV 21 from B-Ball. So if we can do that before we get to Suns, that way it'd be an easy transition. It's just a couple of miles directly west of Suns, so it shouldn't be an issue as long as we request it before we get to Suns. Yeah. And we've got clear weather on the arrival. It's a really fun-looking arrival. I don't know if you got the chart up, but oh yeah, you do.
Yeah, I do.
Okay, yeah. So we got B-Ball to Nave 6,000, Freeman 5,000 first, 4,000. And then first to class, and then we start the nice little curvy part of the approach there, my favorite. And so we've got 4,000 on that curve to Willman, or is that right?
Yep.
And then 3,300 at Edgar, and then kind of a hard right here because we have terrain over to the east to Donahoe, and then straight in. And I've done this once before. It's that the section from Edgar to Donahoe is requires a lot of attention.
Okay.
So especially to altitude, it's kind of a sharp turn, and it's a little bit hard to see the runway. And from Donahoe, you don't have much time to correct if you're not at the right altitude at Donahoe. So
understand that.
I'll be doing my best to keep an eye on that, and any, you know, if you can keep your eyes open for me, that'd be great.
Sure.
Did I miss anything? Do you have any questions?
Yes, only thing I would like to add, I checked all the altitudes, etc. All good. So one question would be, what modes are going to use to fly the approach?
What modes?
Yeah, so autopilot modes.
You mean like LNAV, VNAV?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, because I mean, some people may try LNAV flight path angle or something. I don't know. So.
Okay, no, LNAV, VNAV would be what I would put on this. And the minimums for this approach are 1,993 feet, and that's about 500 AGL. So, but we have clear weather, and should be a problem.
Yeah. So yeah, the last thing I see as well from Edgar, it's 3.53 degrees. So what's your planned flap setting for the landing?
So, okay, you can advise me here. Should we be fully configured at Edgar, or should we be flaps 15 and geared down at Edgar, and then wait till we complete the turn before we go?
Well, I mean,
flaps 30?
yeah, you've pointed out, I'm not sure, but the elevation is 1,500 feet, so we're just 1,800 feet above the ground at Edgar. So definitely we're gonna have to be at Edgar, latest go flaps 40 there. So I would go probably gear down 25 on the flaps at Edgar, and then once we start the final descent, make sure we get flaps 40 out.
All right, should we do flaps 40? I normally do flaps 30.
I mean, in this case, because it's such a steep slope, it just gives us a little bit lower airspeeds.
Okay.
And so I personally would prefer flaps 40 there.
All right, we'll do flaps 40.
And then we can also calculate. So,
but
yeah.
The chances of a greaser are better with flaps 30.
Well, now, let me give you my professional view on that.
I know what you're going to say, but go ahead anyway.
So I know that for flight simulating purposes, greasers, of course, always the goal. But in my humble opinion today, with that approach and runway, let's see, how long is it? It's about 2.5, 2.6. It's not short per se. But yeah, I think just for handling requirements on that path, 3.53, not really much headwind. You know, that's why I would go for flaps 40.
Okay, but you do have 150 people watching the stream, and they'll all be judging me. So.
Yeah, but I mean, we've got a good excuse, right? So, right, safety above ego, always. But I mean, hey, I tell you what, Caesar. Let's pull it this way. You're the captain.
Flaps 40.
Okay. So flaps 40 it will be. Well, I mean, you know, if you say, "Oh, I as a captain see flaps 30 much safer," then you know you've convinced me. So.
It detects an air of satisfaction in your voice.
So I'm just kind of, you know, building a little golden bridge for you. If you want to go over it to get flaps 30, there you go.
No, flaps 40. We'll do
okay, flaps 40 decided. Oh, fantastic. Okay, so Hash.
And then if it's not a greaser, I can blame it on
exactly. That's what I thought. You know, you've got a good excuse there. Hash, hello to you. Have a good sleep. Thank you for saying hello. Oh, cabin altitude warning. Oh, something's...
Cabin altitude warning? I'm not getting that on my side.
So, just gonna go to alternate. It's not really helping. So let me go to manual here.
It's got to be a shared flight glitch because I don't have anything on my side.
Let's see, now it's back on auto. It keeps jumping back to... Now there's a warn cutoff. But it's only for the gear warning, isn't it? Oh, there we go. Alt horn cutout. There we go. Okay, it's silence. Alright, so if it's not an issue for you, then we're not going to worry about it. If I faint, if I start to become altitude sick, well, I can't even put my mask on. Oh no, I'm doomed. Then you've got to save me, okay?
Okay, I'll ask for an emergency descent.
All right. So, good on descent.
Is your horn on?
Yeah.
Do you have a horn?
No, the horn is out. There's an altitude horn cutout next to the panel, on the overhead panel, so get the window open for fresh air. Great idea. I like the way you're thinking, guys.
Yeah, I got no warning at all. Everything looks normal on my side.
That is a shared flight. Alrighty. Cactus, hey, you know what? So, little story, background story, guys. So I trained in FENIX, right, in Goodyear, and we did some night training flights as well. And one.
That was 1422. Contact Albuquerque Center 128.45.
128.45 Southwest 1422. So it was very exciting. I remember that. A beautiful, clear night. Information was Lima. Albuquerque Center, good afternoon. Southwest 1422, passing flight of 275, descending via the Sunset 8.
We're descending.
Yep. Oh, sorry. Yeah, flying, descending via the Sunset 8, but stopping descent level 240, and with information Lima.
That was 1422 Albuquerque Center. Descend and maintain 12,000 Scottsdale altimeter 3017.
Descend maintain 12,000. Altimeter is 3017. Southwest 1422. Caesar. My world is getting dark.
Oh no!
I'm starting to pass out. Where's my oxygen mask?
Okay.
I don't have an oxygen.
Oh no! All right, well, should I expedite my descent here?
Well, you're gonna maintain your restrictions, I guess. Well, now I'm coming back to life. Now I can see a bit more.
Okay. I'm looking over at your screen.
I knew that.
That's awful. I'm so sorry.
Right. So, but then again, I mean, you can maybe descend a bit quicker. So 12,000.
Okay, yeah, let's do that.
And then
for sure. Okay.
So 240 below at item, anyways. Yeah, and then the next one is. So we have 10,000. That's the minimum altitude until Telgi. So we should be fine. But I feel a bit better again now. I can see some colors again.
Okay.
Brilliant.
I don't want to lose you.
I'm still here. Thank you. I'm doing good, Captain.
Okay.
Oh, good. Right, ready to complete my items here. Hey, Bobby. So shall we do the descent items?
Descent.
Yes. So you would say descent items, and then the flaps you want, and the auto brake you want.
Descent items, flaps 40, auto brake 2.
42, Roger. Recoil check. Now you don't have a altitude warning, so it's just on my side, but we're gonna ignore that. As long as I live, I'm good. Okay, so that's set. Transponder. I can't set that to below, anyways. 1550. I'm happy. I would be ready for a descent checklist.
Send checklist. Proceed.
Pressurization, landing altitude 1550 set. Recall.
Recall is clear for me.
I'm starting to pass out again. The world is getting black again. I need oxygen.
Okay. Is 3,000 feet a minute okay?
Yeah. I think if we get quick down to 10,000 feet, I'll be... Oh, now the world has gone black. I've passed out. No, I can't. That's... Sorry. I can't... Oh, you're right. I thought... Yeah, I forgot about that. So somebody saying you can actually put the oxygen mask on in the menu. Hang on. Thank you. Yeah, Dave. All right. Thanks for that. Okay, so I've put on the oxygen mask from the menu. I tried from the aircraft itself, but... So let's see if that brings me back to life. I hope it's not too late.
You mean you're dead?
Well, I hope not.
You wouldn't be. Not at 18,000 feet. You'd just be extremely sleepy.
Yeah. Yeah, so essentially on my side, really chef out on my side, cabin altitude went berserk. And so now I've kind of passed. Oh, hang on. Why is it not? Oh, it doesn't do the oxygen mask for me. Okay. So somebody said there's apparently... Can still see the menu, and somebody said you can do... Oh, say, well, I can't go into the menu. So I'm really hoping... what altitude are we passing now, Caesar?
17,000.
Okay, so I mean, I should be coming back to life soon. If not, SimCaesar, I'm going to have to go into the passenger window view, and then... oh no, I can't. I have to go in the outside view. And then it's all on you, I'm afraid. So people saying, SimCaesar, this will be a Mayday call. Oh no. But then the question is, you probably ask what are your intentions, right?
What are my intentions?
Yeah, if you call him Mayday, he's gonna ask, you know, what are your intentions? What you request?
I'd like a new first officer, please.
Cabin says, unfortunately, there's no...
All right.
22, descend and maintain 900,000.
It's all you.
So maintain 900,000, Southwest 1422.
Yeah, it's still not back. What's happening?
All right, I'm at 13,500 now.
Okay. So like I said, I can't do anything on my side, so... it's a dated black box, so I can do a flap 30 landing. No. The problem is, I can't go, because we're doing shared flight, I can't go into the menu.
Oh yeah, Hunter, there is an option to turn off blackouts.
Okay, where's that? Yeah, but you'd have to go into setting. Oh, hey, I'm coming back. I'm coming back. I can see daylight. Oh, thank God, you saved me.
All right, we're fine.
Oh. We're back again.
Right, I'm going to cut back my descent rate here.
Where are we? Right, 3017.
Because we're speeding.
Good. Okay.
I got to get below 250 knots here.
Yeah, and also make sure that you don't get below 10. Let's see, where are we? Let me get my bearings again. Now we're good. We can go down to... let's... Oh no, 10,000 is the lowest, it says. Initially. And then... got to get 9,000.
He assigned us 900,000.
Okay, then let's squeeze.
So,
yeah,
I'm on my way to 900,000.
Exactly, that's fine.
Yeah,
that's fine.
So
that's safe. So squeeze 9,000. That's good. All right, cool. Whew. Whew, that's interesting experience. And luckily, I've never had in real life either. I've never blacked out, thankfully. So Captain, I'm back fully in action. I can perform my duties again. Landing lights are on.
I had faith.
Okay, so we're not with approach just yet, right? So we can't really
Yeah. I was thinking maybe we want to give center a heads up. I think that's acceptable to do. They could just pass on our request because we're getting close.
Albuquerque, Southwest 1422, request.
That was 1422. Contact FENIX approach 119.2. Make your request there.
We'll do that. 19.2, Southwest 1422. Thank you. He probably knows what's coming, so. FENIX approach, good afternoon. Southwest 1422, maintaining 9000, information Lima.
That was 1422, FENIX approach Scottsdale, information Mike Kern, altimeter 3017.
Okay, Mike will check altimeter 3017 and request the RP21 approach, Southwest 1422.
That was 1422, Roger, I have that request.
So one thing I've noticed, Caesar, you gotta have to keep an eye on that. Oh, it's the speed brakes for me shows armed. Okay.
Oh, you're right. I'm sorry. I put those on because I was in a dive to try to get down as quickly as possible.
No worries. One thing I've noticed here with the latest update.
Yes, that was 1422. Would you like that from B-ball?
Yeah, that'd be perfect. Southwest 1422.
That was 1422. Turn left direct at B-ball at B-ball. Cleared to the RNAV runway 21 approach.
Present position back to B-ball. At B-ball, cleared the RNP 21 approach. Southwest 1422. Thank you. Yeah, so the auto thrust is working extremely sluggish for me.
So the Zibo has this issue where below 40% N1 or maybe even 50%, the acceleration is very slow, and then once you get past 50%, it like goes back to normal. This is a problem for like taxiing and where you'll advance the throttles and it'll just creep. The engine thrust will just creep up. But then once it gets to like 50%, it just takes off and it goes like what you'd normally expect. So yeah, that's kind of a problem, especially on approach. You might need a big boost of thrust, which the turbojets are slow anyway. But when you're below like 50% N1, they're really slow. Yeah. So, but that's a Zibo thing.
Yeah. The thing is, so Abhinav, the thing is here. So normally, the auto thrust will give you some wiggling room, right? But if the trend is like if it's like going towards 10 knots below commanded speed, then the engines really spool up fast, and it's going to try to catch the speed again, and the Zibo just doesn't do that. Anyways, so B-ball, from there we can go down to 6,000, and then just follow the approach in. So if you want to do that with VNAV, I would probably dial in 3,300 now, and then just go VNAV.
Okay, so tell me if I'm doing this right. He said we're cleared for the approach at B-ball, so I don't believe I can start descending until I get to B-ball.
Yeah, but I mean, I would put in because we're below the path anyways. The aircraft won't descend.
Oh, I see. What you're saying.
So I would just dial in 3,300, and then the aircraft will just follow the normal path down automatically.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Oh yeah, we did the checklist, right? Recall was checked. Auto brake.
Auto brake set 2.
Landing data.
Landing data.
So VREF and
landing data. Minimums are. Oh, I don't have VREF yet. I'm sorry. Let me grab that.
It's on the display, on the prime flight display. Yeah. So F139.
Okay.
Or 138 now.
Yes, minimums are 1,900 1,993 feet.
Oh, I'm just seeing. Sorry.
No, it's just 500 AGL.
So we're doing something wrong. We need to mandatory 6,000 at Navi, so you have to descend now. Make sure that it's mandatory. It's just seen on the chart, so ATC will bash us if we don't have the 6.
Yeah, I understand that, but I thought it was. I thought it would.
Yeah, I'm a bit skeptical with VNAV, if I'm honest.
With the Zibo, yeah, I agree. but we're only 600 feet above.
Okay, so as long as you're aware, we're going to be 6,000 at Navi. Not above. Exactly at.
Right. Yes. All right. I'll go ahead and do a manual descent here.
Because I don't trust the Zibo enough here. And we are on PilotEdge.
The Zibo, it's proven that it's not that trustworthy, so... Yeah.
And like I said, if we were on PilotEdge, then I wouldn't really care, but I don't want to get told off by Marcus. Right, so I can confirm VRF 138 and minimum Barrow 1993 approach briefing.
Approach briefing completed.
Yeah, so just for the record, so the misapproach goes climb 5,000 on track 212. Then to Leslie, right, Jerry, track 45 to event and hold. And that's all programmed. So that's the descent checklist complete. The approach checklist, if you like.
Approach checklist, go ahead.
Altimetus. 3017 actually it should be.
Standby. Okay, 3017.
Yep.
I'm just trying to monitor this. I put it back on VNav because it looked like it was doing its thing here, and I was trying to trust it.
Yeah,
you know?
It seems okay.
I just want to make sure it's going to keep
Yeah,
going.
it seems okay now, if I'm honest. So
yeah, we're on path now. So
all right.
Okay, 3017 on the altimeter check.
Yep, 3017 7000 check. That's the approach check is complete. One thing I would like to...
And the first officer is conscious,
so
I think we're good.
Man, I'm so conscious. Unbelievable. I've never been more conscious in my life. So.
It was nice to have a nice little nap there, you know, it'd be fresh for the approach.
Man, I slept incredibly well. So one thing I like to do already is go with speed intervention. Because I don't like to have the FMS in control of the speed right now. That way, because the FMS is usually way too fast. So and I don't want to go into the trap of later on trying to slow down, and the aircraft doesn't slow down because it's all on still on the FMS speed. Good. All right. So 6,000 Navi. Well done. Next one is going to be 5,000 at Freeman.
Do you do that in real life, and or is that just a Zibo thing where you speed intervention?
No, I do that in real life as well. So if I'm in the approach, which we are right now, we're not on the arrival anymore. We're literally in the RMP approach. So that's why I'd like to take control. It's also a good habit because sometimes you may get radar vectors, and then you get, a direct to a waypoint on the approach again, and then you press LNAV, and then you think, oh, okay, I've got VNAV as well now, and then you press VNAV again, and then the speed window closes. And let's say ATC instructed you to maintain speed to 20, but because you pressed VNAV again, now it takes the FMS speed again. So you got to get into your head of pressing VNAV and straight away speed intervention again, so that the speed window opens again and the aircraft doesn't accelerate to the FMS speed. And in the US, you get quite often you get these vector approaches, and then a direct to somewhere again. And then you think, oh, you do an RMP approach, you've got to press VNAV again. And if you're not careful, just the thrust slams in again. And passengers kind of look a bit worried if, especially on a 787, let's say, the engines spool up from idle to, full power. Got some questions. Yeah, I did my captain's training on the 737. Yes, a long time ago. That was 2007. Hey, Howard. I'm not sure what was it. Ghost who said something with dandelion. I think he was doing the trick of me getting my thoughts of the discussion that that we had. Ikaslava loves people doing shared flight. Yeah, I mean, again, you know, there's so many cool things you can practice with this. So I love it. Yeah, I love it too. And again, you know, how cool is it that, you know, I'm flying with a friend who is in the US right now, right? With thousands and thousands of miles physically apart, but we are flying virtually together in the shared flight. One thing I do apologize for is the slight lags today. I have a feeling, because they appeared after I installed the level up 737. Maybe I've done something wrong. I don't know. We'll see. But we'll get through it. And just get the approach. And here's the RP approach. Right, so at 5,000 feet, Freeman. And then next is first, 4,000. Do you know the names for the arrival? Is that is that from a film or something, or what's so special about the waypoint?
I don't know.
Okay.
For this particular arrival, I don't see a pattern.
Yeah. Anyone know?
Well, so our first waypoint was B-ball, and then we're coming up to first. So maybe it's baseball oriented.
Okay. Yeah, then I definitely would be out. I would not understand.
But the other waypoints, I'm not sure. Donahoe, maybe that was a baseball player that I can't put together the name.
Exactly.
But,
yeah, it could be the case. Yeah. Right, beautiful weather. So, when do you think you're going to start configuring the aircraft? Just for my information, not that you have to do it now. It's just for my pre-planning.
Well, we've got quite a bit of room between first and class, so that would be when I would start bringing the flaps in.
Okay. Yep, sounds good to me.
What do you think? We're coming up. We're going to fly right over the top of
Scottsdale.
FENIX International.
It's a big airport here, Scottsdale as well, right? Oh, no, that's FENIX International coming up. Yeah, sure. And then Scottsdale is further north.
Yeah, FENIX International is right off the nose.
Yeah, so Goodyear is somewhere here in the west. And I remember this little mountain peak here. This where we drove up on, and we made some beautiful pictures when I was at flight school. Yeah, why do pilots from Europe train in the US? Well, here in Phoenix, they have beautiful weather. They just have so little rain and bad weather days that, you know, you have assured good weather for training. So that's why they come over here. So yeah, Scottsdale, I was explaining before I passed out. A little thing we had. So yeah, we were doing some practice approaches nighttime. And you see the hill here, 1685. So it's a little mount. It's not a mount. It's a little hill, and it has a antenna on top of it. It's got a little red blinking light on it as well. So I was in the back. So I already did my landings. So my colleague. So usually we would have two students with one instructor, and then, you know, we fly for 2 hours, switch positions, and then yeah, exactly. We're gonna have a nap in the rear seat. So I was just, you know, looking out the right-hand window. And we were doing right-hand patterns, and then suddenly I saw it was dark, right? So you didn't really see, just saw the lights of the city here and there. But then I looked outside and I saw a red light just pass, you know, just slightly above us. And I was like, guys, is it possible that we're a bit low right now? And there was suddenly a bit silence in the front, and just, oh shit, here we are. So they totally misjudged the pattern for some reason, and they were low. I mean, not in risk of hitting anything, but I was a bit curious, that red light passing on the right-hand wing there. And also remember that they had a great transition across the city over the Phoenix airport. which was great fun.
Okay, let's go flaps 1.
Yes, sir. Speed is checked. Oh, so get the flaps 1. So let's check the tower frequency, which we'll get sent over to in a minute. So tower is 19.9. Can pre-dial that here. I don't know. You know, flaps 2. I've never used flaps 2. I know it's a setting. It's a perfectly technically working setting, but we've never had it in our normal flap schedule. So we
all right, flaps 2.
Okay, well I would have used flaps 5, but that's fine. I'll do whatever you tell me. Flaps 2.
I'm trying to mix it up here.
Yeah, great. I'm happy. So, but again, it's like
keep you on your toes.
I am so on my toes right now.
Okay.
Showing the view, looking from the airport.
Okay, now flaps 5. We'll go flaps.
Yeah. Flaps 5 coming. There you go. Flaps 5. Get the start switches. It's a very nice, relaxed approach, I have to say.
This part is.
Oh, okay. And then
yeah.
And then it's a nice steep turn at the end. Trying to get my bearings here.
2500.
Yeah. Getting low now. It's checked.
Is it time for the gear? Would you say this far out?
Oh, hang on. We're actually a bit low. No, not just about 4. I'm silly. No. Oh god. 4,000 is. No, I think if anything, I would go flaps 10, because we still have 22 miles to run. So actually, I would maybe even stay on flaps 5 here. All good.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So Diogo,
like
it's called Shared Flight. So they've got a website, Shared Flight, and now I got the use of flaps 2. I did indeed. Amazing. Thank you much, Abiyam, for the link. Yet again, don't worry. So for me, so the status I'm seeing today, it doesn't happen normally. Normally, since it uses a server, a dedicated server, for both parties to join, the connection is actually very good, very reliable, and very fast. So normally you would not get these big lags. Good. Caesar, how are you feeling?
Right now, I'm just trying to relax and focus. Like I said, I've done this one other time, this approach, and it's really hard for me to keep my altitude down on this last segment of this approach. So,
so Wilberforce.
I'm just hoping I'm doing everything right and not embarrassing myself, not embarrassing you, and.
No, all good. I'm very happy with how it's going right now. So,
okay.
So you can have, so if you have someone who has the license or the subscription, you can join for free. Right. So and then you can try it. Matteo, hello. So I started out in the Beach Bonanza. That was the first prop aircraft we trained on here in Goodyear, and then yeah, and then we went on to the Baron. We even did team flights on the Bonanza. So we did not just solos, we actually did team flights. So 2 people without an instructor getting a flight plan to go somewhere. And we actually got told to fly to Palm Springs, which was very exciting because they kind of had an overcast layer there, and you know, with the mountains, quite challenged to get down VFR. But we managed, so that was so fantastic. Yeah, we did, and then we did the Baron for about I think 40 hours or something. So to get the multi-rating. Then we did the CPL check in the US, and then we went back to Germany, more theory, and then we trained on the Cheyenne, Piper Cheyenne turboprop, dual engine. And then we finished, and then we got type rating either 320 or 737. No, I've got it, Rusty. I've got to try it. Yeah, I've got to try it. The black.
Did you ever fly in Arizona in the summer?
Yes, we started in May. So yeah, when we try to do level flight or steep turns, it was always like full power or idle power.
That was 1422. Contact Scottsdale Tower 119.9er.
19.9. Southwest 1422. So yeah, it's
okay, let's go flaps 15.
Roger. Flaps. Well, we've got to put the gear down first for flaps 15. Here comes flaps 10.
Oh, I see. Okay, yeah, let's go ahead, gear down, flaps 15.
Roger that. So gear down. Scottsdale Tower, good afternoon. Southwest 1422 on the RP21. Flaps coming 15.
Southwest 1422 Scottsdale Tower, wind variable at 3, runway 21, cleared to land.
Runway 21, cleared to land. Southwest 1422. Careful with the speed. I would get the speed down and Nico Caesar.
You're correct. Yeah.
And we need to descend in a minute as well. Yeah, I would get flaps 25 out as well. But not yet. Because we're still too fast for that. still above the next extension speed. But
Alright. How are we now?
Yeah, good now.
Denver, November 43 Alpha Sierra.
So do you want flaps 25?
Flaps 25.
Yes, sir. 25. Because that adds enough drag.
Somebody's calling
cool.
Denver departure with a
Pilot said, so be aware.
I think it's aircraft type. I think it's 43 Alpha Sierra Squawk 0415.
So we're on VNAV, right? So we are now below the missed approach at 5,000 feet. So we're more than 300 feet off. So I would dial in 5,000 missed approach now. Otherwise, you run the risk of doing a level off in 2,000 feet.
If I put 5,000 feet in, it will continue descending?
Yeah.
Excuse
yes, it will, because it's on VNAV path.
Okay.
Exactly, because then now you've eliminated the risk of doing accidental level off. And then that's it. If you do a level off at 2,000, we can go around because you're not going to cover that. Cool. I'll be ready for, let's see. Yeah, probably a good idea to go flaps 40 with final speed.
All right, flaps 40.
Flaps 40. So you concentrate on flying, and I'll be reading checklist if you like.
Go ahead.
Landing checklist. Engine start switches continues. Speed brake.
Armed.
Oh, hang on. So for me it wasn't. Let me just check. Can you arm them again, please? Because for me it was extended.
1,000.
Yeah, now it's armed. It's green light. 1,000 checked. We've got landing gear.
For 43 Alpha Sierra's radar contact 21 miles to the west of the Jeffco VOR.
Flaps,
verify your altitude and aircraft
landing check
type.
is complete. Cleared land. Wind variable 3 knots. Have a good landing.
Level 16,500. We're at DA 42.
Auto thrust is off. Did you copy?
Start 3 Alpha Sierra contact.
Yes.
Denver Center 120.47.
Denver Center 120.47. 43 Alpha Sierra.
Okay. Sync rate is a bit high.
500.
Sync rate is still high.
This is so hard.
Mm. 300.
Yeah, careful still with the sync rate is too high.
Tank rate.
200.
Tank rate.
Right. I'm gonna have to call go ahead if you don't do something.
100.
Tank rate.
50. 40.
Right.
30. 20. 10.
I don't know how you can.
We're fine.
Report 3 Alpha Sierra Denver Center, Eagle altimeter 3046.
Speed breaks up. Oh my god. Reverse and normal.
I told you that thing is not easy.
Auto brake disarmed.
Level 1721 Denver Center.
It's my first flight with him. Oh my god. All right, so we got 60 knots.
And I don't know if these taxiways are super thin here.
No, that's fine. We're good.
But they're all like that, so.
Yeah. I think I had a partial blackout again. Sorry, guys.
I was just waiting for you to tell me to go around.
To the ramp via Alpha and monitor ground point 6.
Yeah, Alpha and 0.6 southwest 4032. Bye.
Okay, you can clean up.
Yeah. I'll clean up.
I don't know how to do that approach without that steep of a descent angle because.
Yeah, I tell you what, I'm going to do the approach, I think on Friday to see. So 21.6, let me just dial that in, and then I'll do the rest of the items. Yeah, so, I mean, I was a bit hesitant to call it go around because I thought, oh my god, you know, this will probably really overpower you in that moment. So I thought I'd just, you know, see how it goes. And also, another thing though is the following. So unfortunately, when you get lower to the ground, especially if you're coming from a higher rate of descent, I have sometimes the feeling that the synchronization is just have the lag. So by the time I'm seeing something on my screen, you know, it's like 3 or 4 seconds old. So on his screen, it could have been, you know, he's already done, you know, destabilization again, and while on my screen it's just taking 2 or 3 more seconds to adjust. So I'm not sure sometimes, you know, if then suddenly, you know, the co-pilot calls that go around, if that's really then justified. I mean, in this case probably was, but that's something I find somewhat difficult to judge when doing shared flight. And I hope somebody was criticizing the developer because he has abandoned a bit the development over the last couple of months. But the reason for that is that he got himself a real-world 747 200 cockpit, or 100 cockpit. I'm sure it's a 100 or 200.
It's a
300
actually,
even.
But it's
okay.
Very similar to the 200.
Yeah. So maybe some.
Well, I'm sure you were 747. I'm sure you know.
So some of you may have seen the world flight streams, and there they got it pretty much running. But they didn't have the full front cockpit working yet with it. So they used LCD screens to get the analog instruments showing. But they're planning to buy also real world analog. Okay, APU's on bus. If you want, you can switch off the engines. So he was like, you know, really scrambling over the last couple of months to really get that working in time for the world flight. And so he did abandon a bit the shared flight, but he promised now to come back and work, you know, concentrate more on working again on the shared flight issues and get that working. And my big hope is that things will get more reliable again and more you know, synced up again, especially with the toll list, because one thing I've really missed now is the failures don't synchronize between the two parties. So if we're doing more serious you know, kind of shared cockpit flying with maybe some demonstration of failures, then it has to synchronize between both parties, especially with the checklists. So that's not possible right now, but we'll see how it goes forward. Yeah, so man, I'm awake now after that approach, I have to say. Oh, I was like,
I told you that it was going to be frantic on that last turn there.
Yeah, so I'm like,
and I waited longer than I normally do to turn the autopilot off. I would have turned the autopilot off and flown that last base to final turn by hand, and I thought I'm just going to leave it in, let it do its thing, and hopefully it'll dump me off in a nice path close to the runway, and it'll, you know, I won't have to do anything panicky, and I did, but I still had to kind of panic at the end. And
so I mean, I've never been here on an RF approach. I've never flown the approach here, but I mean, looking at the chart now, I would say that the way it looks, I mean, that's 3.5 degrees, right? 3.53 degrees. Now, from here, looking at from the chart, I mean, how high are you above the ground there? That's about 750 feet, 2 miles, less than 2 miles. Yeah, that's definitely much more than the 3-degree profile. So, I mean, it's weird to see. Do you know anyone know? Do they fly 737s in here to Scottsdale?
I don't know if there's Scottsdale is kind of like the Teterboro of Phoenix. You know, this is where all the private jets come in.
Mm-hmm.
So unless it's like a Boeing business jet, I don't think so. You know, it's mostly citations and. So
maybe
things,
I'm not sure if maybe we've got someone here who's actually flown here IRL. Yes, Scotty, because this looks like a lot like an approach which can't be done with an Airbus 320 or a 737 because
not a problem.
That's possible. And I did the thing that I noticed the last time I did this and this time, both times I've done it in the Zibo. When we get to Donahoe, the last point there after that quick turn,
yep.
It puts me left of the center line. So then I have to, in addition to trying to get down quickly, I also have to correct from left of the center line. So
yeah.
Yeah, I don't think the Zibo is the right choice for this. I think this approach was made for light jets. But,
yeah, because I mean, strictly speaking, now you see, the thing with this is so Donahoe has a crossing altitude of 2,249 feet. Now, normally you would never go below that, right? Because in principle, it's still above the minimums. So in principle, you could still be IMC here. That means it has to have a minimum obstacle clearance, right? So that altitude guarantees you your minimum altitude clearance. Like, I don't know at that point if it's 75 feet or 140 feet, whatever. But there's a clearance, a guaranteed clearance there, right? If you have 2,249 feet there. Now, if you break out of the clouds prior to that and you say, I'm going to abandon the instrument approach, I'm going to go visual now, then you can descend lower at a sooner time, before that Donahoe, right? Because you're then flying a visual approach and you're visually keeping clear of the obstacles. I don't know how low you could theoretically go there, no idea, but so that then would diffuse that whole final descent a bit. But now I'm thinking of if you're really doing a approach where the ceiling is, very close to your minimums. So you break out literally, let's say 100 feet below, just above your minimums. And then, yeah, you only have like, let's say 1.5 miles to lose 750 feet. So strictly speaking, for every mile, if you're on a 3-degree profile, for every mile, you lose 300 feet, right? So a 3-degree profile, 2 miles, 600 feet. Now you have 750 feet for 1.8 miles. So we talk about 4.5, 5 degree really down. Now that is not doable for a 737 or A320 because simply speaking, you would be dealing with that ground speed that you have. Right, you would be doing 1,500 plus feet per minute, and the GPWS is going to scream at you, sync rate, right? So you would have to then establish a special SOP for that, and hence, in my opinion, that approach would definitely not be approved by any operator with the 737. Now, an Embraer that does steep approaches, let's say, right? London City comes to mind with 5 degrees profile. That's a different matter, but then the GPWS is, tweaked to allow these kind of descent rates on short final, right? Now, corporate, I've never been a corporate pilot. I don't know how they handle it. Maybe someone here knows and can comment. I don't know. So yeah, this is in the end. I mean, you flared the aircraft perfectly. I mean, what can I say? I thought we're going to file a hard landing report, but You did a great touchdown there. No joke. I mean,
Thank you.
yeah. I was bracing. I was clenching my butt cheeks and bracing for impact. But then you perfect. So well done. So in the end, it's more like me not realizing exactly how the last bit is going to look like, and I wasn't prepared for that mentally. So in the end, there was a good that I just shut up and let you do it. So it's all good on my side.
You shut up or you gave up?
No, I just shut up. I said he's the captain. He's been here before. He knows what he's doing. So just watch and learn. Right? That's what you should have said. Watch me perform and learn. Cargo pilot, good night to you.
Well, in my defense, I only got one sync rate on final there. I only heard it one time, so.
Yeah. Excellent. All right, yeah. So someone's writing.
I probably deserved more than that.
But you're right. So Bas Martin, you are correct. So if you're in a corporate jet, let's say, and you have an approach speed of 100 knots, exactly, that's a totally different matter, right? So 100 knots. Remember the rule of thumb. If you have a 3-degree glide, multiply that by, let's say you're doing 100 knots. You take the 100 knots times 5, which is 500 feet per minute, and that will keep you on the 3-degree glide. Yeah. So if you're doing double that, we talk about 1,000 feet per minute, right? So at 100 knots, it's a completely different ball game regarding that final approach. So yeah, in these business jets that only do 100 knots ground speed, no problem. Yeah, I agree. But not for the 737 or 319, 320. Yeah, that's a different matter. Cool. Excellent. Yeah, otherwise, I mean, for the performance, I mean, the items, etc. I mean, yeah, there's always some little things which are more in the area of practicing and then kind of synchronizing the SOPs between the two parties. But otherwise, all good.
Hey, look who's here.
JSTEP, there he is. JSTEP, 101 months. JSTEP, thank you very much. And maybe JSTEP, if you have the time, quick comment on the plan going forward for shared flight. And congrats on the amazing world flight that you did.
I watched the Jurassic Jets last year, and it was rudimentary.
Yes.
I guess you could say, but this year that 747-300 cockpit they had was, and it wasn't finished, but it was still just incredibly impressive.
Yeah.
What a piece of work!
Absolutely. And so yeah, we'll see. Hopefully, yeah, he says Jason's get back out of working on it. Yeah. Oh, you're also working on the Microsoft Flight Sim version. Well, that would be fantastic. Now, that would be very cool as well. Yeah.
Wow, that would be huge.
Yeah, that would be fantastic as well. Although I would imagine that is probably going to be a handful. But anyways, yeah, so looking forward to updates in X-Plane. I'll definitely be doing some more shared flights in the future. I love passing out and, clutching my bum cheeks for landing. So.
We had a little glitch, J-Snap. Apparently, Black Box had a cabin pressure warning, and I didn't, and he completely blacked out for part of the descent there.
Yeah, but I came back. I came back to life. We landed. All good.
Added to the challenge a little bit.
Absolutely, and for entertainment, also very good. Yeah. Are we going to see some Felis 747-200 cargo flights? Yes, definitely, Stephen. Yeah, absolutely. Rusty, yeah, probably, yeah. I mean, like I said, the last time we were in the A319, I think, in the TOLIS, and I was pilot flying. And so this time we switched. But yeah, I could be a pilot flying on the next shared flight again, yeah. The Nimbus 707, I have to try the Nimbus 707. Have you tried that, Caesar?
I didn't know it existed.
There we go. I think I saw it on I think Metapilot's video somewhere, and I thought, oh, they have a 707 now. Cool. Oh, it's not out yet. What? Huh? Oh, well, then he was using a default one, I guess. Interesting. Nice.
I think there's a kind of a casual 707 in the Microsoft Flight Simulator, but
yeah, maybe that's the one I saw then. Yeah. All right. Cool. Yeah, JSnap. So GG's on well done on achieving what you have to get a real world simulator 747-300 simulator up and running in time. Great stuff. Really, really great stuff. And I know that so JSnap is going to continue working that as well to get that up and running so that it can be rented out, right? Yeah, let's have more flights in the months ahead. Excellent. Alrighty. Yeah, so SimCaesar, any other thoughts before we head off?
I don't know what to say about the landing, but
oh, hang on. Is there any way I can do a replay here now?
You should be able. We need to disconnect from PilotEdge and shared flight, and then
disconnected.
And from
so the thing that I've noticed in shared flight is the guest as the host, the pilot flying, you get the replay just like you weren't playing shared flight. But as the guest, the secondary connection, sometimes the replays are a little wonky on when you get close to the ground. They kind of sometimes level off and then they snap, a little bit. So I don't know what it'll look like on your side, but yeah, I mean, you can try it.
We'll try it, see if because that should be quite entertaining to watch from a tower view.
Okay.
Let's keep fingers.
That's what I'm here for.
let's see if we can have that. Oh. It's reloading now. I'm not sure if that's going to work. No, cheers. No. The landing, the touchdown was smooth. It's just prior to that, it was. It definitely required some hand flying skills, which Caesar did demonstrate. Not gonna lie. So let's see. I'm gonna pull back here. Oh yeah, we're coming. Oh yeah. Okay, there we go. Hang on. Right, let's have a look here. Let's go tower view. Here's the tower, just watching. Nice, relaxed that landing here. It's working. Just a little steep descent. I mean,
doesn't look bad on the replay.
No, it doesn't look bad from the outside. No, I mean you can see it's steep. Here comes the flare. Look at that. Wow, that's even a greaser. I would say that's a greaser. How's that even possible? Oh, I did close my eyes, so maybe I just didn't see the last part. I was just so scared.
There was no tail strike. Yeah, you could see it kind of level off at like maybe 20 feet or something, and then kind of come back down. That's like a shared flight artifact for the second.
Yeah. But that's cool to see that
the person that's
That's cool to see that it does work. The replay works. Fantastic.
Oh yeah.
Do captains usually do the FO once they become captain? Pure captain? So at least in my company, it's cap. Once you're captain, you stay captain. So when I transferred from the 737 to the A320, I was a captain 737, transferred to captain A320, and then I transferred captain A320 to captain 787. So, yeah. Do you hear that? I'm sure I'm hearing someone screaming. But here we go, look at that. Just one little left touchdown, then a right touchdown. Definitely
oh, no tail strike.
No, honestly, I mean,
not a greaser, but
yeah, but I mean, great recovery, not gonna lie. And that does take some skill. You heard that? Yeah, you heard a scream as well. I thought so. Hey, Bobby Boeing. It varies. Yeah, okay. So at least I can only talk for my company. Look at that. And also, it wasn't a long flare. It's nice in touchdown zone, so all safe. No roosters to stream though. That was so funny. So Caesar, on my when I joined one of the World Flight events, I was stuck on the ground for 2 hours. So we taxied. There's so many aircraft, and it all was so chaotic. It took us 2 hours to get to the takeoff point, and then later in the flight, somebody was transmitting, and while they were transmitting, doing their radio calls, you could hear chickens in the background. Roosters. Honestly, I thought I've heard all kinds of things, on the radio waves, but I've never heard roosters and chickens on the
Yeah, barking dogs and crying
yeah,
babies, but never roosters.
Because I was like, so I'm trying to imagine this person sitting somewhere in a chicken's hen or something. I don't know. So somewhere where he's got chickens around him and the rooster. I'm like, how does that look like? I mean, oh yeah, and yeah, that's right, Scotty. So somebody was. So there's two aircraft that really squeezed in front of me. Right, they cut the line. I was like getting really upset because I was like, what kind of kindergarten play is this, right? And so there's one guy, he was like, and then he wrote to me, because I texted him, and then he wrote to me, I got the clearance to taxi to Holy Point. Say, I've got the same clearance. So it's not an excuse to cut in front of me here. And so it's, well, now I'm in front of you, lol, right? And I didn't answer on that. But then he took off.
Oh, sheesh.
He took off, and then you heard a scream, a really loud scream on the frequency. And I was like, what the hell is going on today? Like, crazy flight. And then people started laughing and saying, the guy that just took off, that cut in front of you, he's just disappeared off the radar screen. So I'm like, instant karma. Because it looks like he crashed, right? Straight after takeoff. So, yeah, that was a crazy flight. Hope to cut, yeah. I mean, that's the thing with the face cam. Oh yeah, and I heard yesterday, I don't want to keep you too long, SimCaesar, but I heard yesterday a discussion going on, people now trying to urge you into getting a face cam as well, because I've got one now.
Yeah, thanks a lot, Black Box.
Sorry. Sorry. But I mean, honestly, I think it would be a fantastic edition, honestly.
I feel like no one will, I don't feel like my face could enhance the stream that I'm doing now.
Oh, no, I think I have a perfectly fine face to do that. Come on. It's just,
well, as one of the few people that's seen my face, I would say that your opinion is noted.
Yeah, I think honestly, no, seriously. And I think it just adds so much value to streaming. And you've got such a nice character, and people watching your streams, they love your your laughs and the way you entertain. And we've seen it before. You play the flute, right? And you play piano extremely well. So I mean, I think honestly, you could definitely add on that.
Well, I'm thinking about it. It's going to take a lot of courage.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, also it takes some technical stuff, right? You got to set up cameras, look for the lighting. It's not easy to set everything up, but
I like the way you did it. I would think, like, if I was going to do it, I would like maybe have a stream and like peek my camera up for like a second or two and then take it away. You just full on put the flight simming on the back shelf and did a wonderful face to face with everybody. That is your first camera stream, and I thought that was wonderful. That's a beautiful way to do it. And
I mean, the cool thing is that I've already met a lot of people from my community IRL. So in Cosford and Lelystad. So I would say probably 40, 50 people have seen me IRL already. And but yeah, I think, it's whenever I watch a stream and I see the person there, I just feel it's so much more, entertaining and kind of natural, right? So I would say go for it. And if you have any queries regarding technical aspects, what camera, etc., let me know. I'll give you some inputs.
Thank you, Black Box.
But of course,
thank you for everything. It's always a beautiful, wonderful learning experience.
Excellent.
Every time we do this.
But I mean, you're one of those people that you can feel. You've got a lot of experience with shared flight. So you're not a newbie or newcomer. So at some time when you feel more comfortable, we'll fly in Europe if you like.
That's on my want to do list. That and left seat in an Airbus with you is another thing on my to do list. And I think the Europe flight would be more doable because you're right there to hold my hand and so
yeah, and then you can learn the procedures there and little specialities for Europe, and then we'll go from there. Vogan, thank you so much, and up to cut also do. Thank you so much, guys. And also big thank you to all the resubs coming in today, and SimCaesar again for the amazing gifted sub there as well. Thank you so much, guys. Yeah, so Sim, you're streaming tonight as well, right? So what time?
6 o'clock Pacific on the jump seat. Twitch.tv/the jump seat. And I'll be doing shared cockpit there with Mustafa.
Nice.
And then tomorrow night at 4 o'clock Pacific time on my channel, twitch.tv/SimCaesar.
Check out his channel, please. Make sure to follow and like, of course, as always. And we'll be back again, Caesar, of course, with another shared flight in the not too distant future.
Oh, I hope so.
Looking forward to it. And guys, I'll be back on Friday. I'm going to start I've got a medical tomorrow to do. And then Wednesday, I'm going to start another 5-day fast. So that's why the first 3 days are always terrible for me. But Friday, I should be back and then work it up to some more interesting stuff there. All right, guys. Thank you so much. Hope I haven't missed too many questions. Once again, thank you so much, everyone. And I will see you soon. Good night, everyone. Thank you so much.
Bye-bye.